What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Well, I was trying to be all professional and stuff while we was waiting on everything to load up. But y'all in this comment section, y'all already got me, man. Shout out to Roscoe Spokes. They was trying to throw it on you, man, saying you was late today, man. Nah, my man Deke on time. He ready for action, especially after a good one last night, baby. How you feeling? Are you recovered? What's the situation looking like on your end?
TG's calling in today, right?
Man, funny thing, I have not heard from TG. We were texting throughout the game. That last drive happened. The incompletion happened. The review happened. And I got this casual text that hurt. There was nothing else after that. So I do not know if TG is probably not going to be calling in today, man. But yeah, man, I was very surprised. I got that one little text that hurt, and nothing else ever since.
He's talking a lot before the game. I just expect afterwards, do that same talk.
Hey, man, I was over here laughing my heart out, like, hey. Deke, they put it out there on social. He said, look, bro, all y'all WU folks out there, name dropping them as well.
Oh,
if
they were
really
quiet.
Want the smoke? I went back. I saw.
Did their phones not work or something?
You saw. I went back.
I
was even liking the comments like, yeah, he's atting you guys on top
what
of the
happened?
video. Y'all real
they were
silent
talking about
over
West
here.
Virginia
They
and
was
winning
real,
the game. They were so
real
confident this whole offseason.
They were
all right, let's put something on the line.
They were really silent when you said, let's shave heads over this thing. I said, that's the Deke that I know.
I feel like that was
the
good
big Deke
steak,
energy.
right?
Bro, that's big Deke energy.
I didn't want to shave my head bald, but I feel like it's something we
Listen,
all could do.
You think I wanted you to shave your head bald? I definitely don't want you to shave your head bald unless you was going to do it on camera. Now that's different. But either way, I was like, please don't shave your head bald. But I was so glad that they actually won, so we didn't have to worry about you shaving your head bald.
Well, no one responded.
Yeah,
but
yeah, they were a little shook, man. They were a little quiet over there. But I called it out. I said earlier that day, I was like, yo, I don't like this energy all of a sudden, man. Talking to these W people, and they're a little skittish on game day all of a sudden, man. Your energy never wavered though, so salute you for that, man.
It did not.
Yeah, salute you for that, baby.
Nope.
So, with that being said, man, let's get this thing started the way we always do. Let us know where you are tuning in from. We'll give you those big boy shout outs. And after that, man, we will get this party rolling because we do have plenty that we will discuss, obviously breaking down the game. And we had new roster moves. We talked about it too. We said, hey, man, just because you make that roster on Tuesday at 4 o'clock, does not mean you will still be on that roster Tuesday at 4 o'clock the following week. And I think we are seeing that and still might be experiencing some more movement, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay. First one I'm seeing. Jar Devil from the 310, San Pedro, California. Rod Dallas, 330.
You know he always showing love.
Youngstown, Ohio. Share a line, baby.
Talk about it.
Q, the 610, Allentown, PA.
Let's get it.
Vegas, TJG, 702, Vegas.
Okay.
Moneybags, South Carolina.
Let me get it, man. They got the homie Zeke Shazier in the building tuning up the 818,000 Oaks in the house. That's Cali if y'all do not know, but he always tuning in. Then we got my man Terry White Jr., the 814 Erie, PA, and my man Cameron Mason, the 803 Columbia, South Carolina. And then I'm gonna also spend the block on my man Antonio Falls, the 973 Patterson, New Jersey. Shout out to Patterson, New Jersey as well, man. Like the peoples over there, man. Good little spot. All right, and then Chris K, South Lake, Texas. All right. You got anyone? Yeah, you want to hit?
Sure.
He said, yeah, I think I gotta come.
Mark Smith, the 505 Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Big L, 225 Jig City, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Hashtag here we go.
Man, I thought Big L was going to be from New York, baby. Hey.
Kaza. 410, Peace to the Gods and Goddesses. What channel the Backyard Brawl going to be on? Wait, what?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe he's talking on the replay.
Maybe he's a comedian?
Go on ESPN.
That's pretty good joke.
It's got to be in like the ESPN archives from last night. They'll have it on replay at some point in time throughout the day today. Yeah, that would probably be the best way to check it out. Yeah,
I would guess.
Yeah, I hope. But then again, he might be serious. I don't know if you're aware of this. I was on social media. You know DMX. Everybody know DMX then passed away about a year ago. A young lady by the name of Stacey Dash just found out that he passed away and decided to, react to that publicly. And we're all looking at her like, bro, you about 365 days late on this very drastic reaction right now. I mean, I love the tears and I can see you hurting. It means a lot to you, but where the heck have you been? You know?
Yeah, so maybe he didn't know the Backyard Brawl was yesterday. Maybe he's more of just like a fringe fan of college in general, and
or maybe he thought like it was traditional, like on Saturday or something. I don't know.
Fair. Okay, you want me to hit these super chats?
Yeah, let's do that, man. So we stay on track today because we do have a hard 11:30.
Works for me.
Yeah, it's a travel day today too, man. You got 2 shows, and after that,
do you have your Steelers show after this?
Yeah. And after that, maybe we're gonna take our trip down to.
You might have to ask Wes where he was yesterday.
Oh, you better believe I'm gonna ask him. I'm coming in there singing "Sweet Caroline." Oh. You know what I'm saying?
Either do that or the new Country Roads remix that just dropped yesterday.
I did hear that new Country Roads remix. and I'm not a fan of that security guard hating on you low key, bro. Why did he keep coming back over there? Like, bro.
Yeah, he was cool. He was being nice about it.
Put the sport. He's like, all right. But, all right, man. Dang. I'm like, yo, my man was funny. Put it away. Put that West Virginia pack on. He probably was a WU fan. That's probably what it was, bro.
He might have been. He was cool, but I got to talk to him on the way out. I was like, hey, I wasn't trying to screw you over or anything. I was just recording a quick video.
No, it was definitely funny, man.
AJ Martinez, though. First super chat of the day on a Friday.
Let's get it.
Friday, AJ Martinez. We've been saying this. It's different. It's like Game 6 class.
Hey, it's like untucked jersey Kyrie. It's like chewing mouthpiece Steph. Hey. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
He says 2 back-to-back late nights. School can be heavy duty at times. Understandable. Mm-hmm. Just keep grinding.
No, you better believe that, man. And have that balance as well. Have that balance in your life.
Also says, all hell is breaking loose in my head, but it's not a hangover. Also mentions Brobarian and the family in the house this morning.
Okay. Shout out to the Brobarian. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Jacob Malesio, peace and prayers to all.
Shout out to Jacob.
Jacob Malesio also says, just want to thank you for everything y'all do.
No, man, we appreciate you. And I want to say, too, Jacob, man, I do like how you stand heavy with that positivity as well, man. I definitely like that, man. Salute you. Just seeing them on multiple social media platforms, man, tapping in like that. So I definitely like that energy.
Good shit. AJ Martinez, God bless Steeler Nation. God bless the forgotten children.
Yeah.
In parentheses, he has foster children.
Yeah.
Left to abusive homes with some abusive foster parents. Mm-hmm. I will find ways to change these children's outcomes. Blessings to the good foster parents.
Nah, man, salute, man. And I like the fact that, number one, he identifies an issue, but he also is saying that, hey, man, he's going to take action to change that. So I do like that, man. And that actually is something that unfortunately does happen too much, man. So, yeah, shout out to all the good foster parents that are out there, though, man.
Richard Arbizo. Deke smoking the Dub V pack and Acrisure is iconic.
Yes, indeed. It hit loud, man. It looked
First
good.
Official win in Acrisure Stadium,
good,
I guess
bro.
you could say.
It looked good,
Like,
man.
did the preseason games count for the Steelers?
I mean, the Kenny Pickett one.
The first one?
Just the Kenny one.
Yeah, it's cool. It's not official, though. It's a preseason game. Yeah. Dude, it was rowdy there, though.
Bro.
It was rowdy. It was loud.
It's the largest crowd in
they said it was packed.
History, bro.
It was like a Steeler game. It was like a big Steeler game.
It looked like it, man. Like,
and
70,000 in that thing, man.
I'm seeing stuff when I'm waking up this morning that they were trying to say there's 75% West Virginia fans there. It was not. It was like 30%. Probably 30%.
Because I heard Narduzzi say that after the game, too. Apparently, I don't know who put that out there. It was like one of those like secondary market ticket sites or whatever. And apparently, like, they were just saying that, hey, 75% of the tickets that we've sold have come from or going to West Virginia fans. But
fake news.
But you also got to remember, too, they're not the only people selling tickets to these games. So if they happen to have, 5,000 seats or 10,000 seats, and they're like, 75% of our tickets went there, that's cool, but we still got another 50, 60,000 seats that are available. So, yeah.
Right. Whoever has
I don't know.
Pitt season tickets,
right.
They're getting in the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I first heard the reporters, I'm like, that doesn't even add up, but all right.
No,
they were really trying to make a big deal out of it.
It was probably like 30%, if we're being real.
They were trying to make a big deal because, it's like the running joke. Yeah.
It didn't happen. No. We showed up.
No,
we were
for
loud.
a fact, y'all did, man.
And it was actually cool because, for Steeler games, it's just loud and it's all Steeler fans for the most part. It was cool having the back and forth in a way.
Serious? Okay.
It was a little bit. It was just a lively atmosphere.
Yeah. Dude, it looked live, man. Just hearing the chants, seeing the fan bases out there. Man, I was enjoying that part of it though. 100%, man.
Yeah, definitely coolest Pitt game I've been at.
Yeah.
Definitely for sure. I mean, there's been good games I've been to. Like they showed, I don't know if they showed it on ESPN. They showed it in the stadium, but there was a Notre Dame Pitt game probably 11, 12 years ago when Notre Dame had Jimmy Clausen and like Golden Tate. That was a good one because a lot of Notre Dame fans showed up, and obviously there was a lot of Pitt fans too.
Yeah.
So that was a lively atmosphere. Went to the Clemson game last year. So there's been good games I've been to. But in terms of
last Pitt Penn State,
I was never at those Pitt Penn State games here.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I heard those get kind of crazy as well.
Yeah, I think those are probably the only ones that would be comparable to what was last night. But this one was in better fashion, I'd say.
No, I thought this was dope,
those
bro.
Pitt Penn State ones.
And shout out to the analyzer. He said that Pat Narduzzi was talking heavy on. He was talking heavy to Scott Van Pelt last night. Yes, indeed. Oh my god,
I didn't see it,
bro. It was hilarious. As soon as Scott, he's super chill. You know his energy. As soon as he gets so into Narduzzi is all away. Y'all said that it was 75% G fans in here, and y'all wrong. So I went here to the Scott was like, hold on, man. I ain't say any of that. I just report the news. I'm just over here just giving your reaction. He was like,
did Van Pelt even ask a question? He just came on and started saying that?
Yeah, he eventually got to the question, but yeah, Narduzzi just off the dribble.
Sounds like me whenever Big Ben has a good game.
Yes, bro. It was hilarious. I'm looking at Narduzzi. I'm like, bro, breathe. It's all right. They're singing the fight song. No, they're singing the fight song? Yeah.
Chip on the shoulder. I like that. On the Tennessee.
Yeah, he was definitely turned. I can't even enjoy it, though. You know why? Because we ain't played that well. We had some mistakes. I got to correct that. Yeah, I was like, man, you really gonna act like you can't just enjoy like 20 minutes of this victory right now? Like it's got to be that much that I can't even enjoy it. Nope, not even think about it. Sorry, on to the next one. We got correction make. Like, bro, the game just ended. If you not,
you got an extra day, a couple days too, because it was a Thursday night game.
Exactly. Come on, bro. You can chill with the tough guy. Just give us some time, man. Celebrate your day and go victory. But continue.
Game out, kid 17. Your brother, right?
Oh, absolutely, babe, bro. In the building, babe, bro. And my mama just called me too. But shout out to you, babe, bro, for hitting me up on the design. Yeah, I already know.
Just says good morning, checking in from the 804.
Holding it down in that Richmond area.
Mook, 984. What it do, fellas? Hell of a backyard brawl last night. Kudos to both squads. Yeah, it was a good game. It's a good game.
Now, I thought the energy back and forth, man, was what it was supposed to be, man.
It was good.
And the playmaking back and forth, too. I can't wait till we start talking about this even more.
Yeah. AJ Martinez. Deke hung over, hopefully. Yeah, I'm doing all right, though. I'm doing all right.
He hanging in there.
Yeah, for some reason, there was a box of Pizza Hut at my house when I got home.
Shout out to the
There's
planet
a few pizzas left.
Shout out to that, man.
I don't think that. No, they weren't.
They were definitely.
It was for whoever it was for, because most of the pizza was gone. It was just I got lucky.
They knew that it was only going to be you eating that pizza at probably who knows what time in the morning last night.
Yeah, I don't even know what time. I don't know what time I went to sleep. Usually I know what time I went to sleep. I don't know what time I went to sleep last night.
Deke was on what? Let's get it.
I really don't. Let's go, you dog. Deke, that hit by McCormick wasn't targeting. That was clean. No, not the. Was he talking about the one where the West Virginia guy hit him helmet to helmet?
Dude, first off,
that was the first one. They tried getting Pitt on one, but then they revoked it.
Yeah, they're talking about this is the one that came after that one. This is the pass to the flat, because this is actually this is my JMU boy.
The Pitt guy?
No, he's talking about the West Virginia guy that got kicked out.
Right.
The Pitt guy never got kicked out. The Pitt guy was fine. Right. I think he's saying the West Virginia guy. He's saying
was the first. There was only two targeting ones.
Yeah,
right?
I thought the Pitt one happened first, and then the West Virginia one was second.
Either or. Yeah. We know it was one Pitt guy and one West Virginia guy.
Yeah, but when he's talking
the
about
West Virginia guy, definitely. I can hit him helmet to helmet.
Nah, but I put it like this, bro. By the rule, sure, you can say hit him helmet to helmet, but as a player, it's like, bro, unless you want this guy to take out his knee, you're not going to have this dude play it any other way, because if you slow down, by the time he turns up, now you're missing this tackle. Now this guy has the momentum. I mean, that's what the commentators even saying as well. Lewis Riddick, a lot of people were feeling like that. That was my initial reaction to it, though.
Like a bang-bang play.
Well, it wasn't even bang-bang. It was just in the sense of the guy's running an out route, and the defender is driving on it. So you can't slow down if you're driving on a play. Think about when Akello was breaking on a route, right? Now imagine instead of Akello being fast enough to break in front to tap the ball, he's breaking, the guy catches it, and he's turning. That type of bang-bang. So it's like, are you going to tell this DB, slow down, don't pursue like that, because you're trying to ultimately get there to beat him to that ball, or if he's catching it, hit him before he turns up and falls forward for that first down. So that was the whole thing, like when I looked at it. But yeah, it is what it is, man. And that's the other part when we're talking like the target and stuff. I just don't like the kicking a player out.
Yeah,
rule.
I agree
like,
with that. 100%.
15 yards, fine, but to kick them out, want to play like that because
just one play.
To me, that's not egregious. That's not a player health and safety. That to me is still a referee. I didn't like the call. I just personally didn't like the call. I just thought that being a player, being in that position, that's not what you look at as targeted. You know what I mean? But we know we're all hypersensitive to that now. And that was kind of my thought process with it. But yeah, get rid of the 15, like make it a 15-yarder, get rid of the ejection stuff, man. Unless it's like ultra egregious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they should.
Think
Well,
like, I almost
what does the
like
NBA do?
Like they do flagrant 1, flagrant 2.
Yeah, it's
I'm
after
like,
2.
But you got the option of like, hey, if this is such an egregious foul, we can just call it a flagrant 2 and eject you off of that.
Right.
Like in certain instances, we've seen certain instances where
It
it's like,
should be
this
like
guy
soccer,
tried to
yellow
kill.
card, red card.
Yeah, that's how I look at it though. Yeah, because I was looking at that play and I'm like, bro, that was not that type of vibe with that, man. Just like genuinely football play, that's not that.
Yeah, and then I think that they got the Pitt one right because he was just hitting with the shoulder.
Right. But
it looked worse than what it was.
But that's what it's to the point now that if the hit is violent, they're just throwing the dudes out. They're erring on the side of, hey, if it looks bad optically, get rid of them.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Dude shouldn't have been booted.
That's the thing I don't like.
But he also says, and that was a catch. If we all agree, come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
And don't you try to get me in and talking about Jesse James.
That's what he's bringing up. Jesse James caught that. That was a catch.
Jesse James was a different dynamic than what we
saw
last night. He didn't even catch the ball
at the ground.
It was on the ground. He just rolls with it. He's like trying to put, like, come on. Nah, man. No, y'all ain't gonna do that.
Jacob Alessio.
Oh, time out. Before we get to Jacob, though, we do got fresh color that just popped up of the big boy variety. You know who it is on Fridays.
Yeah. AJ Martinez.
Come on, man. He chewing on that mouthpiece right now. That jersey just got untucked. You know how he does.
Yeah.
He got that LeBron death stare. You know, okay.
He says, have a great weekend to all. Be safe. God bless you all. I have to bounce. My day is scary crazy starting now. Moats and Deke, #1 podcast. Mamas and brothers, love in my human sexuality class. They are trying to change baseball metaphors for sex to pizza. I lost him there on the last sentence.
No, I get it. So with the baseball metaphors, I'm sure kind of like with golf, right? When people you got sticks, you got golf balls, right? So a lot of pun could be played into sexual innuendos and jokes, stuff like that. I'm sure somebody in baseball has similar things, right? You know what I mean? When you're taking a shot, you're hitting the thing hard, whatever. Went through the 2-hole, went that hole. I can get it. So maybe that's what he said. They're trying to make it like, it's the pepperoni pizza. Oh, look at that. He got the full triple. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know how you're going to correlate that with pizza, but either way, I get what he's saying. I do.
They're trying to make it fun.
They're trying to make it fun. But either way, AJ.
Less awkward, maybe.
Either way, AJ, we greatly appreciate you, even on a Friday. It don't matter what day it is, but we greatly appreciate you on Fridays, man. And we do know you got a crazy day. So hopefully, it'll go as smooth as possible for you, baby. But no, we definitely appreciate you from the heart, man.
Yeah, hopefully he enjoys the replay, too.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
Jacob Alessio. Just wanted to thank everyone for all the prayers. Wifey is struggling, but she's a fighter for sure. Wow. Just trying to stay positive.
No, we definitely keeping her in our prayers, man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
AJ Martinez says, use Manscaped to shave down on dirty.
Fair enough, man. Promo code is Moats. You know that. Y'all get your 20% off, free shipping worldwide. Yeah. That's the truth. The down and dirty. I like that.
Elijah Boykin.
Fair enough.
336 by way of Mars. Keep up the good work.
Shout out. Hey, we always by way of Mars. Y'all know what time it is.
Matthew Gisner. Good morning, gentlemen. Putting an AC on a roof this morning. Penn State won, Pitt won. Blessed day to be alive.
Okay. Shout out.
So he likes both.
Yeah, because Penn State was playing Purdue last night, right?
Yeah, was that a home game or away game?
I think it was at Penn State, but I wasn't paying attention because obviously the Pitt game was on air.
They barely won.
Yes, I don't know about Purdue though. I don't know if
I don't know either.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez. Long live DMX.
Dark Man X, baby. Y'all know what it is, man. Yes, indeed. Still can't believe that. Stacey Dash, 365 days later, talking about, oh my God, DMX has died? How? What? I'm just so hurt, girl. Man. You got to stop it. They say it was in Purdue, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, they say it was in Purdue.
Wow.
Shout out to
maybe that's why it was close.
On that one. Yeah, maybe, man.
Purdue atmosphere. Rattling Penn State a little bit. Daryl Murray. just want to send my support while I'm at work in Lexington, Massachusetts. Let's go Steeler Nation.
No, I salute you, man. Hey, showing love behind enemy lines as well. I like that. I like that a lot.
AJ Martinez says you guys are too funny. Thanks.
Hey, man, we just try to live it up a little bit. Have a little bit of fun out here.
Michael Dawson giving us some support.
Salute him. Salute him.
Nick Y. Just got my Rona test done. Hopefully I'm cleared.
Come on with it.
My little brother's wedding is in Denver tomorrow. Fingers crossed for a negative test. Yeah, that'd be devastating.
Yes, we do not want that to happen.
I'm assuming he'd be in the wedding too for his...
I mean, this is his brother, right?
Yeah.
No, it's always love. We're going to leave it at his love. Yeah.
AJ Martinez, did my midnight super chat come through? It was Hail to Pitt for Mr. Deke.
I did not see that. Did you?
I did not.
I did not. Let me. I'm going to go back and...
It was all the way at the top.
No, I just see the 2 back-to-back heavy nights. That's the only one I see, yeah.
That's all I see as well.
But either way, though, man, we Hail to Pitt. I was over here H2P in it. Yeah. Was, bro.
Thank you.
I wish I had a
The
Pitt.
Intentions were amazing.
Listen,
so
I wish I had a Pitt hoodie.
Didn't
I
see
was
it,
going
though.
to throw the Pitt hoodie on, but then I was like, Jamie plays tomorrow, and I feel like I have to wear, like, it's the opener. You know what I mean? I'm crunk. I'm feeling super excited about it, so I had to.
You feel prepared? Big ESPN Plus broadcast?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, and then obviously I still do some more preparations tonight and in the morning and stuff like that. I'm contemplating if I wanted to do like some behind the scenes recording though. You know what I mean? Like showing, you know,
cool.
in the booth stuff.
That'd be
You know
really
what I mean?
cool.
Like I was thinking about it. I just saying,
I think so.
Yeah.
JMU broadcast vlog or something.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that'd be
Like,
sick.
because I gotta take the road trip down there and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I think it'd be sick.
Well, I like your judgment. You're always on with this stuff. So
I might be all right.
I like you a lot, man.
AJ Martinez did my... Oh, he already said that. Midnight Super Chat.
Yeah.
Mark Smith giving us some support.
Shout out to Mark. Shout out to him.
Drew Miller, 34th birthday today and first live show. Moats, let's
Let's
go.
go.
88.
You better believe it, man.
Let's
That's
go
them 88
Steelers.
babies, man. Let's get it. Nah, I love that, man. Happy 34th. Yes, indeed, Drew. Yes, indeed. All right.
I think we're caught
yeah,
up.
we are caught up, man. So now let's really deep dive into this backyard brawl, the festivities, man. I want the full recap. First off, how was, your pregame element, man? What was that? What were we talking about down there? I saw some crowd action. I saw you were giving the pregame with the Bud Light box. I was like, okay, all right. So yeah, break it down for us, man. What was going on?
Okay. So really didn't go down with too much of a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Had multiple people I was meeting down there, but none of us really had like a steady tailgate.
Okay.
It's just like, hey, I think I got something here. I think I got something there. So I get down there. Yeah, I buy a case of Bud Light. My mom was nice enough to drive me down too, so
Shout
I didn't
out to
have
Mama Deke.
take
Absolutely.
the tea or anything like that.
Shout
Because
out
my
to
brother
Mama
was gonna
Deke.
drive me home after. I was eventually gonna meet with him.
And shout out to the planning. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that.
Right.
That's planning ahead. Find the transportation, whether it's Uber, Lyft, taxi, limousine company, the T, family, girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, whoever. But do not drive while intoxicated. Pretty please. Continue, though. I really appreciate that, though.
Yeah,
Deke.
so basically I got down there. 3-something traffic was terrible. They opened up the lots.
I did see people
It
talking
looked
about
like
that.
an hour or
Yeah.
two before they usually would.
Yeah, I heard people saying that the traffic was insane.
It was. It was like gridlocked. So eventually I get down there like 3-something, 3:40-ish. And it's just me with a case of Bud Light, walking around, calling people, trying to see who's out there. So I meet up with my one buddy, and we meet up with some of his friends. I'm not gonna go on this whole spiel of like what I did before the game, but basically it was me walking around with the Bud Light case. Met up with the one friend initially, but then some of my other friends started to meet up with them. They had some tailgates, so that was cool. My brother eventually got down there. Yeah, so it became just the normal pregame scene.
I like it.
An hour and a half, 2 hours beforehand. So that was nice. Recorded the pregame show. Called out TG, Wes Euler, Mike Logan. Still haven't heard from them.
Call them all out.
Still haven't heard from them at all.
Listen, I don't even know if Wes is going to be at work today when I show up in the next hour and a half, all right? I do not know. He told me that, hey, man, I'm a guy that I take pride in my team. You know, from a bigger W fan, my initials and all this. So we're going to see. We're going to see. But I'm a little nervous right now because I haven't heard from him, haven't heard from TG. Yeah, my W people done went radio silent all of a sudden.
And then, go into the game. Game started at 7. Probably started walking in like 6:40 and feeling good. Little crossfaded as well.
Oh, shout out to the crossfade.
Get in there, grab
Yeah.
another beer, go to your seats, and game starts.
I like it.
That's really it.
So I would say this too on my end. I was trying to join in on the pregame festivities. So once I was done with all my meetings and all my, prepping for this weekend, I did start crossfading as well. I was over here like, babe, look, the game starts at 6 o'clock. I'm ready to start prepping, So I started tapping into it as well, man. I just want to let you know I was with you in spirit. All right? I was with you in spirit.
Yeah, it felt good too because we're done with the preseason.
Yeah, it felt like a real game.
Yeah.
So it felt like
this is a huge for college football purposes. Dude. How important every regular season game is,
bro.
You felt that.
You need this. Yeah,
you really felt that.
But this is what we miss. This is like when we talk about just like the conference realignments and stuff like that. These are the things that like we start to get away from, and it's like you could feel that energy. That game meant something to every person in that stadium. That meant something to the people that were watching the game, man. And just by location and proximity, that's like why wouldn't this game be an annual regular occurrence, man? Because I mean, shoot, if you're ESPN, you made a ton of money. You got a ton of views. If you're Akashore, you made a ton of money. You got a ton of sales, stuff like that. Pitt, West Virginia. I'm sure you got new enrollment people looking at like, oh, man, I like this university. I like the passion from either one of these schools. Like, man, it's a winner across the board. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Got to get back on that, though.
We livened up our jerseys a little bit. Did you see that? We had the chrome face mask. Like, they're like the chrome blue face mask.
They look good.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, game started, and it was an awesome game. I had a good time.
No, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. And shout out to the quarterback play, too, man.
Well, okay. Yeah, so we're going to start talking about this?
Actually, we should, but we have to wait because not just, AJ Martinez, he's a Friday shooter, but my man, R. Barley 18, he's also a Friday shooter. He be pulling up. He be like, yo, don't forget about me, homie. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he didn't just pull up on the block. So we need to go ahead and pause.
Last two red comments. Yeah, this is R. Barley 18. It says last two red comments were used as clips by you. Guess I've been on anyways.
Told you, man.
Tomlin not announcing starting quarterback is disrespectful to the QBs if they don't know. Don't help game planning both quarterbacks the same. Kenny is great value. Mitch, what's the difference?
Did he say? I don't know how he's wording those last lines. Is he saying Kenny is great value, Mitch, or is he saying Kenny is great value? But no. You see, because where the comma is set for Mitch? Because I'm like, okay, if you're saying Kenny is great value, comma, Mitch, what's the difference? Or are you saying Kenny is great value, Mitch? Those are very different. You know what I mean?
I don't know who he wants to be quarterback, but I think his main point is about it being disrespectful to both quarterbacks, or who eventually will be named quarterback one because they're not going to get as much reps leading up.
Got you. Now, I will say this, R. Barley, even though that is what Coach Tomlin is publicly speaking on, internally, they already have this done. Internally, they know who that starting quarterback is, and those guys will be getting the proper amount of reps. They're just not going to publicly say it right now because it doesn't benefit the team. By the time you tell, Cincinnati who's a starting quarterback this early in the game, it just allows them more time to prepare for that quarterback exclusively. Whereas when you're leaving it kind of open, hey, it could be either one of these guys. We saw both of these guys come through and have positive plays throughout the preseason. We know both of these guys have different storylines that would make them intriguing to start as well. That makes that Cincinnati team say, okay, I can't just put 100% of my effort into what this quarterback does well, what this quarterback struggles with, and what we can trick him with. Now they got to kind of divide that. They got to figure out, okay, do I want to go 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20? But they also got to hope they're guessing right as well because both of these quarterbacks are very much in play just based on what they did throughout the preseason. Now, we kind of have an idea of where we think this is going to go based on how the reps went in these preseason games along with the practices as well. But for Cincinnati, they still have to just have that little ounce of, yes, they really could put this guy out here, so we do need to be prepared for him in some capacity. So that's a part of the gamesmanship with Coach Tomlin and the Steelers in terms of why they are not just coming out right now and saying who the starting quarterback is. But that's not just here in Pittsburgh. I mean, a lot of teams do that. Unless you have like that definitive bona fide guy, or it's like something where it wasn't close, then yeah, most of the teams, they're keeping it a secret. I mean, even college teams are keeping it a secret right now. I mean, like, that's what they do. Up until week 1. Some coaches, they were talking about, man, we're going to play this quarterback week 1, we'll play this quarterback week 2, and then we'll see what happens after that. I'm like, yo, it's nuts, man.
Yeah, they didn't name Slovis the starter till like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, they wait because, as I told you, man, like, when it comes to football, every play matters. And if I can just get you to not be prepared for 5 to 6 plays, that could be the difference in me winning. If I come out here and I hit you, boom, 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 and now you're like, dang, I wasn't worried about that because I was spending that little bit of time preparing on this guy, and he didn't show up, he didn't play today. Well, now you got me. So it's like that type of stuff, man. So that's the biggest reason why they have not announced who their starting quarterback is.
West Virginia tried doing some of that trickeration yesterday, throwing number 6 in for a play or two. Like, who the hell is this guy? What are you trying to do here?
Look good, though, bro. I forgot that he was like that. It was a good game back and forth, though.
He had some good throws.
Mm-hmm.
He had some lucky stuff happen, man. I could not believe those catches the West Virginia receivers were making.
He had some lucky ones, but he also had unlucky as well. That interception.
Oh, yeah. That was
like the most unlucky.
I was just bought online.
That was so unlucky, bro. I was just like, yeah, it
goes
goes back and forth, man.
Yeah, because we had a drop for a touchdown by Bub Means. He fumbled the one, too, that he was almost going to take to the house.
Because he beat my dog, the dude that got kicked out, Wesley McCormick. That's my JMU dude. He beat him. I was like, oh, no, Wes, not on national TV. But he dropped. I was like, all right, we good.
Dude, I told you about Bub Means, though.
Bub
Means
right.
and Mumfield. Like, I know Bub Means had those. Bro. Yeah, he had those drops, but if he gets this together for next week and then the rest of the season,
I definitely see what you mean.
He's gonna be all right. And then Mumfield was good too. And then we had Wayne. Our tight end's gonna be sick, and Bartholomew, and then Hammond as running back. Like,
Hammond was straight. Hammond was all right. I also liked on defense. I think it was number 6. He was one of the D linemen. Y'all D line stayed like wrecking havoc.
Our corners are rough, dude.
But I thought that's the
safeties are good. Yeah, it is. Our secondary stretch.
Yeah. The D line is always fire. The secondary, if he safety play, you be decent. I thought yesterday that was a perfect example of that D-line. Man, that D-line was getting after Daniels. But then, like you said, the secondary be like, man, I'm looking at that freshman receiver, number 0. He's over there just going off. I'm like, bruh. But then also,
he was the one that dropped it.
Yeah,
too,
right? I know. He was cooking, having a heck of a game. He blocked the punt, too. Or no. It was the running back that blocked the punt.
Oh, you just reminded me of that.
The running back was nice, too, though. Donaldson. Yeah.
Yeah, he had one. He had a run like Hammond. Hammond had a run or two where he just like ran over it. He like took a power with him. And a West Virginia running back did that too.
Yeah, so he was balling. He ended up like, I think he might have had 100 on the ground, but he also had that block punt. That was just crazy. Like during that time when it was like,
so
they were like, yo, he's a young dude and the receiver's a young guy. I'm like, man, this is gonna be fun if they keep this rivalry, playing the way they're supposed to be playing like this, man.
So back to the quarterback play.
Yeah. They were talking Slovis up, though, a lot yesterday, too, man.
Final stat line, 300, a touchdown, no picks. Good enough to win. I'll take it. I feel like there was some stuff he was missing throughout the game. I feel like our offensive line played really good, gave him a lot of time. Now, I wasn't in the best state of mind. I don't know if our receivers were getting open all the time.
No, but I will say this.
He held the ball for a little bit too
West
long.
Virginia was still able to get after Slovis, though. I thought they had a nice little rush package, too, man. The one dude, 55 steals, he's been there for a couple years now. I just like his game. I don't know why. Ever since I seen him a couple years ago, I just like how he plays. But they were still being able to disrupt Slovis. I just thought that Pitt's O-line was just better than West Virginia's throughout the whole game. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, when I'm looking at Daniels,
I like
especially
our
at the
O-line
end,
play.
Yeah, Daniels at the end, it was just like, man, this is about to get bad for you, man.
Yeah, defense as a whole, as I said, I think they should be better than what they were last year. And basically, we're bringing everyone back. We got a ton of talent. It's just, can Slovis be somewhat like Kenny Pickett? And that was cool, too, actually, because they did it before. Did they show it on the TV? Whenever it was Pickett, I don't know, there was 2 other players there, and they dropped the ACC championship banner right next to all the retired numbers for Pitt that are up on the rotunders. I guess they take them down for the Steelers games because you can't see them. But it was pretty cool. It was really cool seeing them. The crowd was going crazy for that, too.
Had Kenny out there. James Conner pulled up.
Kyler Murray was there, too.
I didn't see Kyler.
Kyler Murray was there.
I saw James, because James, he pulls up on Narduzzi when he's on with Van Pelt at the end. Just like showed him a little love. But yeah, I ain't noticed Kyler was 80 there?
I didn't see him. No.
Okay.
I didn't believe it was Kyler Murray. The people I was sitting with, they had to show me on Instagram.
Wow.
Because I guess he took a picture with someone and he was, getting floated out on social media that he was at the backyard brawl.
Okay, no, that's dope then, man. No, it was a vibe though, bro. It was a vibe. So how y'all feeling now going forward, man? Like,
I feel great because I told you we take care of these first two.
yeah.
The road's there.
All right, who y'all got next?
Tennessee. That's
Tennessee
a big
is
game.
next. Okay.
That's a big game too because whenever we're looking at those top 25 pools,
Yeah.
Tennessee's got some votes.
No, they did, man.
They got some votes. They're on that borderline fringe, 25, 24. And, it's a home game, which is good. We played at Tennessee last year, so that's like a little rivalry we're starting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to continue, but what's cool about it is it's the Johnny Majors Classic. He coached for both Pitt and Tennessee.
Okay, now you know that.
And he's like a Hall of Fame coach. I mean,
Okay.
I think we won our national championship in the
Under him?
70s with Majors.
Okay,
Yeah.
now that's dope then.
And I guess he went to Tennessee, had some success too. But after that, man, I mean, it's
Let's
smooth
go.
down. We're going to have a couple tough ACC games, but outside that, no, I'm feeling good because it goes
Well,
back
this was
to
a big test though, man. I knew it was
It
gonna be a
was.
good game, but I ain't gonna lie, this thing kind of exceeded my expectations, bro. This is a dope game.
yeah,
last
there
night.
were some mistakes being made on both sides.
Yeah.
But that's the big thing for me. I mean, obviously we got the dub. That's the most important
Yeah.
thing. But also when you think that I feel like we left a ton out there. Like I honestly think we should have beat them by double digits.
Okay.
I really do. Because the blocked punt, it's like, come on, we just literally handed them a free 7 points.
Did
The
they-
bub
did they
means
score
drop,
that,
the
though?
bub means fumble.
I'm trying to think on the
They did, yeah. It was
because I'm thinking it was the other turnover where they didn't score.
the fumble.
Yeah,
I
that was
can't-
the one.
yeah,
it was
honestly,
one. I
I
couldn't
can't
remember which one
remember.
it was. It was one of them where they actually didn't score.
But we were
Yeah.
driving at that point. I mean, we were at least in field goal range when he fumbled that. He made that really nice cut, was taking it upfield, and then
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a
He just,
Martavis
like,
move.
bubbled it, bro.
It
You
was,
saw that? Nobody hit him. He just.
it was a Martavis move, dude. I don't know.
Hey, funny thing though. So I'm working on, obviously me and G, we be doing our little football drills, stuff like that. So I be teaching him like fumble recovery stuff. And as soon as the ball popped out, he was the only one like crazy hype, like, yo, Dad, look, it's a fumble. This how you do it right here. And I'm like, yep. I don't think Deke is happy about that fumble though, my son. But that is definitely how you do it. That's how you recover it, just like that. Yep.
Him fumbling the ball, him dropping
Yeah.
the would-be touchdown.
That
'cause
hit
he
him right in
torched.
the
Yeah, that was a
heads,
thought.
bruh.
That was an absolute
It
thought.
hit him in the heads.
But then also combine the luck from my standpoint that West Virginia was having throughout the game. There was at least 2 or 3 times. The one was unbelievable, though. We were hitting Daniel. As we're hitting Daniel, he's throwing this thing up with his eyes closed. It's basically up in the air as high as a punt. And we got 3 defenders around the
Dude,
West
you talking
Virginia
on the
receiver.
third, it was like on the third down joint?
Yeah, it was like 3rd and 20, probably 3rd and
I didn't
16.
say we talking about it was
They're
the
in their
luckiest-
zone,
they're
too.
backed up. It
They're
should have been a
so
pick.
backed up.
It should have either been a sack or a pick. Worst case scenario, you incomplete that thing, and he catches it for a first down. And yes,
I don't know what the hell our
Yes, bro.
secondary was doing
All
there.
It was definitely 3 dudes around. It was a dude in the front, a dude to the side, and behind him. You're
Now,
right. That was terrible.
I do want to say that was luck on West Virginia's part. I do want to blame our secondary, though. You got 3 guys there. Someone's got to make a play. Someone has to. But then that happened another time or two where it's like 3rd and long. Daniels is getting hit.
Yeah.
He's throwing it into a tight window where we have 2 defenders there. And the West Virginia
You're
receiver
absolutely right.
somehow catches it. So when you combine all that, I feel like we should have won by double digits.
Yeah.
But ultimately, for us to get that dub, I'll take it. I mean, because you want to talk about luck on Pitt's end.
Right.
Definitely the West Virginia
Fair, yeah.
number 0 dropping in at the end and us getting
Yeah.
that pick 6.
Fair.
So we'll take. I thought that was a ball down line. We won by 7. Thought we should have won by double digits. But in that type of environment, it's like a Steelers Ravens type of
I'm
thing
with you.
where anything can
I'm
happen.
with you.
And you're just happy to get out of there with a victory.
I agree 100%. I had to stop.
Okay.
Please look on your screen. This is unprecedented.
Tucinos, huh?
This is unprecedented, ladies
It
and
really
gentlemen.
is. We
This
were
is-
wondering
we-
what color
We
something like that would be.
asked
It's
what color
it's a
would,
dark red.
would show up if
a
a
rich
person were to have a $200 contribution for a super chat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have that answer. Shout out to Mr. Jonathan McDormand. We greatly appreciate your support.
Thanks,
It
bro.
does mean a whole heck of a lot, man. We definitely appreciate
Oh,
you.
he did this because of you.
He
too.
did? What? Oh,
JMU alum here.
go Dukes. Let's go.
Says, I don't get back to the Berg very often. What's the best way to watch JMU games?
Man, well, we'll be on ESPN Plus this weekend. The game is Saturday, 6 p.m. start time. ESPN Plus versus Middle Tennessee State, and you will hear yours truly on the call for the color commentary as well, man.
Is that going to be all throughout the season, ESPN Plus?
Yeah, ESPN Plus or ESPN3 are the games that I've seen thus far. Yep. So
I think that's $5 a month.
Yeah,
if
the
you need to make
ESPN
it
Plus,
happen.
there's multiple games on ESPN Plus though.
You could try Stream East too. I don't know how they operate.
About that, yeah.
I don't know how they operate for college football if they have literally every game up there.
Yeah.
But for NFL, they do. College football, that'd be like, you know, you could have like 100 games on your server at one point. I don't know if that's too much for them to handle. And then he also says, seeing the Pitt WVU game last night has me stoked that football was back.
No, you better believe
We're
it,
going
man.
to the Steelers-Saints game this year. Any nice restaurant recommendations for that Saturday night before?
All right. So what time? I'm trying to think. What month is that game in?
It's later. It's probably like week 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So October, November. I'll check right now. Does that change your dinner recommendation time of year?
Yeah.
Because you could be outside eating if it was early. So November 13th.
Yeah, because I'll be like, if it's in September, I'm thinking more like strip area. I'm thinking more outdoorsy stuff. When it getting late, you like, bro, you might want to be inside, man. But he says,
13th.
Yeah, any nice restaurant recommendations? Well, shoot, when you start saying nice, I started thinking steakhouse. Man, what about Hyde Park? Man, you a Hyde Park guy?
Yeah, get that Australian Wagyu. Or if you want to be a big baller, get the Japanese one. What's so funny? It's good. Some lobster tails too.
I'm just so proud of you, Deke. I'm so proud of you, bro.
The smoked bourbon black cherry martini. That was pretty good.
You sound so cultured all of a sudden, Deke. I don't know what's going on all of a sudden, Deke. Like, man, when we first met, Deke.
What else we have? Just some staple
what
shrimp cocktail. That's basic. That's standard.
Yeah, gotta have
really
that, right?
good.
Gotta have that. Yeah.
The shrimp's chilled.
What about the lobster bites? Are you a lobster bites guy? You know what I mean?
I don't remember those ones.
You know
Those were on the lettuce, huh?
Yeah,
On top of the lettuce.
chef's compliments.
Really good.
Yeah, man.
Cream of corn, I veered away from though. Not a corn fan.
The cream of corn is actually really good though. I'm laughing because Deke is giving y'all the rundown of what he was eating when we went to our dinner. What was that, a week ago? Me, you, and Dom about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so we went out to Hyde Park. It is a very fine restaurant. That's one of my personal favorites on the North Shore. So I would say Hyde Park is definitely something. If you want a dope view, I would also recommend up on Mount Washington, man. You got a couple spots up there.
The Lamont?
Yeah, the Lamont is fire. Absolutely amazing view. You also have, what's that? It's a seafood spot up there. I'm drawing a blank on, man.
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness. I'm drawing a blank on the name of it. But it's a seafood spot up there as well. It's like right across the street from where Lamont's over here. It's a little seafood spot. Further down, man, I got to get the name of that. But yeah, those are a couple spots, and they're all, like I said, right in the same, not too far away from where Hinesville is. So if you're staying downtown or in the city, you got a couple options that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can't go wrong with a lot of places around here, really.
Man, now it's going to drive me crazy that I can't remember the name of this little spot,
okay,
right? You know that, right?
Go for it.
I'm about to. So you talk while I look this up real quick. Sound good?
Right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else from that Pitt WVU game we got to cover, because I feel good about the squad going forward. Slovis, I wonder if it was just first game. How do you feel like he played? It sounded like you liked his performance. I
did. So, and I finally did find the name of the restaurant. I had it right in my head. I just kept going back and forth. But it's called Monterey Bay. I was saying Mitchell's because Mitchell's is the other seafood spot, but that is more like downtown in the city. Yeah, Monterey Bay, that's the other like really dope seafood spot that's up like right in that area as well.
I feel like ultimately he made plays when he needed to make plays.
Yeah, that's like for me, man, when I was looking at both of those quarterbacks, whether it was Slovis or Daniels, I thought that at times they looked really good, and then at times you had some inconsistencies, but it was game one, a heated rivalry.
New schools
for both of these dudes. They're both transfers. So I thought that was on par. But to me as a whole, I thought Slovis played the better of, the two. I mean, both of them obviously had dope games. I mean, when you're looking at statistics, what they were able to put up and stuff like that. But I just thought that I was just a fan of how Slovis was able to respond in certain elements, because it was such a back and forth game.
Yeah, there was a couple times we're down 7 in critical
and he had
parts
to
of the game.
He had to make like legit throws, and that was the part that was really, like I said, standing out to me because you never know how these younger quarterbacks are going to play, or when a guy's in a new system, what that's going to look like. New teammates, do they believe in him all the way? But I thought that
And he had the
definitely
F West
stepped up.
Virginia line.
Yeah.
Like, you got to back that up. You
Yeah.
have to back
Well,
that up.
knowing that context, that was also having me like watch him more in those moments, because it was at one point where West Virginia, this was right after the punt block. West Virginia took the swing. It was like they scored,
Yeah.
punt block, and they went up. And I'm like,
You have to
yeah,
score
it's
on
like,
this
yo,
drive.
you got to
you have
respond. And he came out that thing cool, calm, and collected. And that's the part for me where I'm like, I like seeing that type of stuff. I thought Daniels had it as well. I'm just pissed that we didn't get a chance to see what could have came from that drive when he hits. I'm drawing a blank.
No, I'm
remember
happy that
Zero's
happened.
name. Like when they hit him in the chest.
No, because there wasn't much time left. I'm happy because
I wanted to see it,
obviously
bro.
I'm happy Pitt got the pick
Yeah.
6, but like
I
if they
wanted
would
to
have
see
drive
it,
down,
bro.
I thought they were gonna drive down and waste the clock and kick a field goal, and we wouldn't have had the ball back.
Oh,
That's why I was
see what
worried,
you're
because there was only like 3 minutes left.
Yeah. But see, for me, I was trying to see, like, all right, are they going to go down this thing and be able to punch it in? Are they going to go down this thing and turn it over? Is Pitt going to get a stop? Because at that time, like, we weren't seeing a ton of, like, hard stops, especially at that part of the game. Like, both teams were kind of, like, opening that thing up.
You're
in a
more
sense.
talking as a football fan.
Yeah,
you would have
as a
liked
fan,
to
I just want to
see
see that, the
the Pitt
dramatics.
defense, more
Yeah.
being the Pitt defense stopping him as opposed
Correct.
to the receiver just making a wide open drop.
Because even though by rule, yes, the DB made the play, got the pick 6 and all that,
It was a sick return.
it was
yeah.
the return was off the chain. But to me, we know how it happened. It wasn't like he made this great break on the play, you know what I mean, on the ball. It was just like, nah, it just hit the receiver. And he was their best receiver. He was cooking all night. But it hits him and it just bounces. It's like, it's fluky, you know what I mean? But that's how the ball is sometimes. That's how the football game goes sometimes, man. So, I ain't going to knock it. I'm just glad that it was a dope game, man.
Yeah, ultimately.
Yeah.
Again, happy with the win.
Ford
Bub
Wheaton,
Memes-
that's his name. Thank you, Litzberg7. Ford Wheaton, that's the dude's
Bub
name.
Memes just needs to make some
Yeah.
adjustments. Our secondary, I don't know if we just got to live with it and just say, hey, it's gonna be a little streaky here and there. But I think the framework of this team is really solid. Had mistakes, still got away with the dub. We can make some
So
corrections.
is Bub
like
Memes
Narduzzi was
like
saying.
Nelson Aguilar then? Is he got those type of vibes?
No, it's one game.
It's one game.
It's
All right, I'm
one
just
game.
checking, man. I ain't know. I ain't know if this was like
No, not with the name of Bub Means.
All
You're,
right,
you're
I'm
gonna
just-
overcome.
I'm hoping so. The name is fire, but when he said it and he dropped it, I was like, eh, that's not so good. It makes me remember your name even more now. Yeah.
No, he'll be fine.
All right,
I'm excited about this team. It's gonna be a fun season. Let's win next week.
Let's do it then, man. Let's do it. Man, I wish we would. Let's say we don't have any Penn State correspondence. I was saying, man, update us on that Penn State game. Because, my young boy, young Peasy over there, man. But I have to follow that up maybe a Sunday or something like that when I got a little time on
From
my
what I
hands.
saw briefly, I heard Joey Porter Jr. actually played really good.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
And
I need my young boy
then
balling up
Let's
now.
go UW. Actually, he has a super chat comment right here. He said Purdue should be good. Their quarterback will be a good prospect in next draft.
Okay, bet.
So maybe Purdue's not as bad as they usually are. Their quarterback is carrying them a little bit, and that's why it was a closer game than some expected.
No doubt.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together here.
I like
But yeah,
that.
I didn't see a play of the game.
As long as Lil Peasy played well, that's all I care about. They could lose as long as he played nice.
That's
It
what
was
they were saying.
such a weird thing. I was in the house last night because now kids back in school, they come home and they're like, Dad, is it Pitt? Is it West Virginia or is it Penn State?
Oh man,
It's like all these kids at the school and the teachers. That's all they keep talking about.
where was G born? Pittsburgh.
He was born in Pittsburgh. Abe was born in Buffalo, and then Keika was born in JMU.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
But like all three of them are like JMU fans. Like that's what I mean. So
Okay.
they was looking like, well, Dad, we don't really know. We're JMU people, but yeah, do you got a preference? So I broke it to him like this.
G's a Pittsburgh guy. He's
So-
all around Pittsburgh.
This is how I broke it to him. I
He's
said,
got to be a Pitt guy.
I said for me, I go Pitt first because we live in Pittsburgh. I said I go WVU second because I like a lot of WVU people and I got a lot of friends and former teammates that are Mountaineers. I was like third on my list is Penn State, and I absolutely hate them because they didn't offer me. And if I ever see Penn State people, I always try to remind them of that. And I always try to just, anytime I see a Penn State, be like, yo, man, I hate y'all. Y'all suck. Y'all ain't offer me. F you and Joe Pa. Like, with all due respect. But that's I had to explain that to them, and it went on this like long, like 30-minute rant about, all these players from Penn State that didn't, they offered over me and didn't make it. And all that, it was one of them nights.
Oh, did you pull up some Pro Football references?
You better believe.
Oh,
you better
man.
believe I stood on mine
Look, this
so
dude
hard
only
last night,
lasted
bro.
2 years in the
Listen,
league.
I stood on
Look at
mine.
mine.
I stood on
This is
mine
9.
so hard last night. At the end of the night, I looked at KK. I was like, babe, I had a little moment. That was my little Drake moment right there. You know, I was in my feelings. I Marvin roamed it. You know what I mean? I was like, look, I'm just saying that y'all could done better. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. Might have a little bit of a grudge. You know how that goes.
They get
but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. With all due respect for everybody. Yes.
So what did they decide on? Or is this an ongoing thing?
I feel like it's ongoing, but in the moment, the consensus was actually there wasn't. It was split. West Virginia and Pitt. It was definitely split, bro. Yeah.
Anything of yesterday's game sway them at all?
Nah. It was definitely split, though, because part of it was we want to be different. We don't want to root for the team that everybody else roots for. So they wanted to go West Virginia. The other side was, we live in Pittsburgh. Pitt's right here. We root for Pitt.
Right.
Yeah. And then we even had the divide of, well, hey, man, we got Deke. He's a Pitt guy. Well, hey, man, we got West. He's a West Virginia guy. So then that was the whole divide as well. Damn. It was like, well, who y'all like better? We was like, all right. I ain't letting me answer that question. So we're not going to go in there and answer this question, all right? Because I got to work both of these guys, my dudes, all right? But, yeah, that was another whole divide. Yeah, we was about to start debating that, man. Well, which one you like better? Huh? Well, which one you see more? Huh?
You should film
which
that.
one you talk more?
Film that and put it up.
Who's taller? Who's shorter? Who got better hair? Who got nicer hair? What we doing? You know, who's going to have a whole little competition going on, man?
I would have liked that. Back to the super chat. Jacob Alessio. Just a little support for those in the chat who don't have the means. This is from them.
No, shout out to them, man. And we call them what? No, we don't call them that. The people have dubbed them the lower room. I don't like to call you the lower room. I just call y'all the regular supporters because y'all are still very passionate supporters, and I appreciate y'all. Absolutely. Deke appreciates y'all.
Yeah.
We all appreciate y'all.
I'm the leader of the lower room.
You just don't want to sing the song. We're waiting on Ambition to sing the song. That's what it is.
Well, I got to write the song first.
So you write it, and then we'll send it to Official Momentum to give it to Ambition. And then
Speaking of Official Momentum, where's he been today?
I saw him earlier. Okay. I don't know where he's
good.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw him earlier. I definitely saw him earlier.
All right. Well, Jacob Alessio says, rest in peace, DMX.
No, facts, man. Dark
April 9th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark, and hell has not gotten
bro, don't you know,
rough times.
Bro.
Still does.
What did you just?
Both Haskins and X died on the same day, a year apart. Rest in peace.
Can you just rewind back to It's Dark, please?
It's dark, and hell is hot.
It's dark and hell is hot. That's how we say that. That is an all-time great album right there. That's one of them albums that got me through some things when I was a little young cat finding my way, man. Come on, man.
See, I know DMX songs. I don't know his album.
Shout out to the Timbs and the Fatigue, man. Dog collars on with no T-shirts. Y'all know what it is, man.
Wow, I really botched that comment up, knowing that that's the actual name of the album. Because I thought that was a part of his whole comment, the whole sentence. I'm like,
man,
this isn't adding up.
Baby. Don't do that to me, Deke. Not today. Come on, man. Woo.
Sorry, I really botched
that do
up.
something to me right there, man. That's that DMX. Oh, love Dark Man X, man. That's my guy.
Brian Shern. I had a parlay. Pitt at -6.5. Good for him. He got that early because the line moved to 7.5. And I did Pitt 7.5, so I didn't actually hit.
Dang.
They didn't get the line.
That sucks.
Penn State -3.5. Sweating both games. They were both really good games. Makes me excited for NFL season.
No, facts, man. Dude, it felt like that's the way you kick off football, bro. Like, that's the type of game I want to see. That felt like the official start of college football. Not the week 0 games we talked about last. It was like, man, I'm watching Nebraska, North. I'm like, this ain't hitting the same, bro. I don't want to see this. That's how you start the season off, bro. That has me fully ready for tomorrow's slate of games. That has me ready for next Thursday when we open up the NFL season, and then for us on Sunday, like, yeah, man, that's what I needed right there. That's football.
100%. But I will give college football this one thing that I don't think the NFL has as much. Mm-hmm. It's the regular season game mattering way more. Like, that game mattered so much. Like, literally, the Pitt's national championship hopes are on the line in that game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I just wish that, because this is the difference, too. If we were getting games like that every week, it's dope. But we both know, and this is, I mean, every school does this. We're going to have one of them. All right, they're going to be playing some technical school, some, like, mediocre.
Yeah, Pitt's got a couple of them.
And that's the part that just kills me with college football. Because it's like, yes, these games do matter, but I don't want to see them when they're playing a team that they're going to beat by 60, you know? But I'm with you though, bro.
How you make those games fun? We did this the one time we got box access, which was basically like free liquor and everything.
Okay.
You bet shots on like first downs and drives.
Okay. So we just gonna get hammered. That's
That's how those games become
I'm just like,
fun.
bro, I that's my biggest disconnect with college football. Like when I have to see this team versus this team, and we all know going in, this team could play their worst brand of football in this day. They could play their best, and they're still gonna win by 30. Like, that's not fun to me, man. Yeah.
Will the scrub team get a first down this year? That's what you bet. Like, yes or no?
Will they get a first down? Bro, like,
will they score 3 points this year?
It's some JMU games that I don't even want to watch. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to see you put 80 points up. I don't want to see you put 70 points up. Like, bro, I'm good. Like, I don't want to see that, man.
Michael Patrick McCracken.
What'd it do?
Held to Pitt. Great game. In the PSU game, Joey Porter Jr. looked like the best player on the field. Joey Porter Sr.
Let's go.
Had a sling on his left arm.
Oh, yeah, he get a little work done. Every once in a while, you got to clean it up, Shoulders, knees. It happens. The older we get, us gladiators, man, at times, you start to fall apart, man. But I'm definitely happy to hear that about my man, young Peasy. Yes, indeed. He did obviously come back for that reason, man, to improve his draft stock, man. So definitely hoping that this be that year for him, man, where he can put it all together consistently. And ultimately, man, become that next person in that lineage of being a, not Super Bowl champ, but ultimately being an NFL player, man.
Presuming the Steelers are going to be good this year.
We're going to take him. You know that.
We're going to have a late draft.
We will draft him.
If he's a first-round prospect.
We will draft him. We 100% will draft him. Yes, we will. Yeah, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yes, we will.
Even though we probably won't need
it
cornerback
does not matter.
that bad.
It does not matter. Bloodlines matter here in Pittsburgh. I don't care. We will overdraft him solely based on the bloodline. You saw we draft Connor Hayward where we drafted him at, and he was mocking in them sevens. We was like, no, we can get him earlier, man. Come on now. We'll be over here like Joey Porter Jr., probably the second round grade on him. Man, we picking at, 21? Go ahead and get Joey Porter Jr. real quick, man. Y'all know how we going to do this thing. Yeah, this is what we do, bro. This is what we do.
Yeah.
That's my guy. I love it. I'm telling you, I will be the most.
They're saying he's good.
He is good.
Yeah.
I've been talking to that's my dude. I talk about that's, man. I feel like I seen this thing growing up, man. You seen that thing out there? Hey, put him on the little boy pads on the sideline, coach. Let him run over there for a little bit, P. Peasy, let the little dude catch the ball out here with us, Peasy. Come on, P. Peasy, it's all right, man. He gonna get that chest. He gonna get big one of these days, man. He gonna start tackling one of these. Man, look at
Peasy's hard on his kid.
Wasn't hard, but you gotta think, man. Peasy, it's a different, like what Peasy's accustomed to, what we're accustomed to in that environment, and then you get, the kids that are coming from different backgrounds. So it's not that same sense of urgency always. So it's like that dynamic. I mean, we all do. I do it with my kids. It's like, yo, man, I hear y'all complaining about stuff, but bruh, this ain't complaining lifestyle no more. Like, when I came in Pitt, that's complaining. Y'all, what y'all complaining about? The Wi-Fi don't work? Like, come on, bro. Oh, I wanted to ride the car that you ain't had. You had red Gatorade instead of blue Gatorade. Like, come on, bro. I'm not hearing that. So it was more like that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But for Lil P's, for JJ, man, once it click, and you see where it's at right now, man. So I'm just super proud of it, man.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Steeler Nation on fire. Jameer Jones is back with the Steelers.
Yes, indeed.
Now
We're going to get to him.
Need to bring back Roche and Brooks.
Ooh.
Oh, Antoine Brooks.
Oh.
Last from the past right there.
Bro, we brought back a Mark Gilbert. We're going to get on it in a second.
I like that one,
We're going to talk about it now. Come on.
Our Barley 18. Mitch said he hasn't been told yet either. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's playing along. Mm-hmm. But my point is, Kenny is Mitch, but at a lesser degree. Actually, he's a Mitch guy. The game plan really shouldn't change. The guys do the same things. Mitch is just a bit more talented. Whoa.
Okay. Well, either way, game planning not changing, sure. Both guys being similar, sure. But they still are going to have distinct things that each of them do differently. And each of them are going to process things differently. And on tape, when you watch them, you can point out different characteristics that one does, that one struggles with, that one does well, and then the other guy, might struggle with it. So in that capacity, yes, you still do need to have time to plan for both of those dudes accordingly. But either way, it'll work out in our favor. Because they ain't worried about us, man. They over there talking Super Bowl. So we ain't tripping. We just going to fly right up under that radar. Come right up in there and show them what's up. Like we always do.
Let's go, UW. Y'all going to have Moan on next week for the Tennessee game.
Oh, it is Pitt, Tennessee next week.
It is. Yeah.
You know what? We might have to look into that. I didn't even think of that. I know his schedule's crazy though, because he's doing like the same type of stuff that I'm doing here.
Oh, okay.
He does down there. He has like the radio show, the podcast. Got both of the boys playing sports as well. So yeah. But I'll connect with him. We'll check, man. Because I forgot all about that though. Yeah. It might be the thing, man. Just every week, who's Pitt playing this week? All right, do we know anybody over there? All right, let's call him up.
I wonder if he's willing to take a bet.
Hey,
is he gonna go radio silent on us?
Definitely not shaving his head. Mo's not doing that.
Damn.
Mo ain't got time for none of that. He having
We
it.
can maybe think of something.
We might though, yeah. Mo gonna hurt your pockets though. That know how Mo.
Is that what he wants to do?
He gonna want to play.
with that.
He gonna want to hurt your pockets,
man.
man. No. I said he want to hurt your pockets. Yeah, you said you want to play. He want to hurt you. It's a difference. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It might be a little different. That's all.
We could talk. We'll see. We'll see what he's thinking.
Hey man, make it light on yourself, Mo. What you trying to lose? That's what you gotta ask him. What you trying to lose? How about that?
I could say this would hurt mine.
You know what I'm saying?
This would hurt my pocket. Maybe not yours, but if that's his main goal is to hurt my pocket, this would hurt mine.
You got him with the hurt my pockets. Boy, these pockets run deep. You feel me? You mess around and get lost in this thing, man.
Hey, yeah, he was in the league for a while.
Nah, yeah.
Got some good contracts.
No, facts, man.
Jake Malesio. Moats, can you please read that comment again, but the whole thing? Total botch. The DMX one.
Yeah,
if you want to reread it, go
man.
for
I
it.
still can't believe you was over there botching that thing up, man.
You can
that
reread
boy
it.
said hell is hot. Hey, go on, man. But no, we respect what you was able to do. You did. You. I like your adjustment to it, so we're good.
You don't want to reread?
Well, I couldn't find it all the way. It was like a lot on the screen. Yeah.
Hey, here's one. This one is in Super Chat, but I was thinking this yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Anderson, Deke, you growing out the beard again. I saw Juan stat at the game yesterday. I think I got to do a Juan stash.
Wani.
I think that's what I got to do. Bring back the
shout
mustache.
out to Juan stat, man.
I would still have the mustache, but the reason I guess the beard's kind of it's starting to get back right now. But whenever I came in clean shaven like a week or two ago, I was gonna keep the stash. My whole plan was just to shave the beard.
Tell him what happened.
I was trying to trim the stash.
Tell him what happened, D.
I guess I had the guard too low and it didn't look good, so I just had to get rid of it completely. But I kind of do want the stash back. And when I saw Wonstad there, I'm like, yeah, I think I got to do this for Pitt.
Right, shout out to
Wani,
man. It was good to see him, man. It's good. That's some former coach right there, man. I like Wani.
He coached you?
Yeah, in Buffalo. Yeah, he was my position coach, then my DC he was a part of my like middle season transition where it was like, all right, we're running a 4-3. No, we were in a 3-4, and then we like silently fired the DC at the end of the year and was like, all right, Wonstad, now you're the DC. And he was like, well, we're running 4-3 now. We're like, wait a minute, coach. This is not how this thing works. All you need is 4 calls. When we were in Dallas, that's all we did, man. When I was at Pitt, that's all we did. I'm like, bro, hey, coach, it's a little different now, man. They got Hernandez and they got this dude named Grunt. Coach, we can't just be running this type of stuff anymore, man. But that was his old day. Nah, I'm telling you, man, we went to a Super Bowl just like this. 4 calls. 4. That's it. You just line up and play it. Okay, coach. Needless to say, we did not go to the Super Bowl that year, Deke. Okay? Just want to throw that out there. Yeah. Oh, and Rod Dollar. He asked me, did I hear about that Jay-Z verse on God Did? Yes, I did. Absolutely. Jay-Z went in there. He just, put all the lighter fluid in there, all the gasoline. Set it on fire. Absolutely, man. One of the greatest verses of all time, baby. You already know what it is, man. That's Hov, though. Hov is fire like that, man.
New song.
Yeah, so
greatest verse of all time.
In terms of, I'm living in the moment.
Well, who's it on? Like, what's the song?
It's on DJ Khaled's new album. Okay. So his album dropped, I think it was like a couple.
And we know how DJ Khaled is. He just gets a bunch of
everybody.
features.
Yeah, so it was like on the song, Ross, Wayne, and I think it might have been and John Legend. He's like singing the hook, but like everybody has like these short, like quick verses up there, right? The song is 7 minutes long. So 3 people are featured prior to Jay-Z getting up there. Jay-Z gets on at like the 3-minute mark. The song ends at 7:02 or 7:22.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Oh wow!
He took like yeah. So when we talk about like this being like one of them greatest verses type thing, he literally made a whole song just as a verse. So he spits for like 4 minutes, but he's addressing like a ton of stuff. You know what I mean? Like some stuff where it's like personal attacks and some stuff just pop culture stuff. Globally. So it was like just across the board, just sitting on plenty of stuff. But it was a dope vibe, man. And it was like it's not the first song on the album, but Drake has like a 30-second like just speaking intro, and then then this record drops.
Okay.
So you thinking you getting this like this the first like song you're actually hearing, and yeah, you get 4 minutes of just Hove just getting crazy up there. So,
We got any classics like We Taking Over or Out Here Grinding on this album?
Well, this is probably like one of those ones, but
Okay.
the difference is though those are still more like catchier, where you have like a true like hook that you could just, hey man, if you don't know all the lyrics, the random person goes, oh, I remember this. Whereas this, it's not as like catchy, hooky like that because of how long he raps up there. But if you're just a fan of like just bars and rap and stuff like that, that's the one for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Chris B. UCF 1-0. We coming.
National champions, right?
UCF.
They did national champs down there, man.
Come on.
They got one championship down there.
No.
They do. I seen the banner. It say national champions.
No.
They not national champions? They don't.
No.
What?
What year was that?
The year where they got the rings and the banner for it.
No.
It was undefeated. I remember it, man. Like it was yesterday.
Did we have a college football playoff at that point?
I don't think there might have been. I don't think so. I think
Did
that
they
was
finish like
BCS.
3?
Yeah, but they never got like I forgot what it was.
Was
but
this when they had Blake Bortles?
No, this was after that. This had to be like 18, 19 time frame. Yeah, 17, 18, 19 time frame. Because I was still playing in the league when this whole thing came out. It was like, yeah, man, we're national champs. And they definitely had like banners and rings and stuff. Yeah, bro.
Maybe they didn't make it to the playoffs, and they won their bowl game. They finished undefeated, and they just declared themselves national championship. I like the effort.
Yeah, that's what they did, though.
I would do the
people
same
looked at
thing.
them crazy, like, you can't just be saying that you guys are champs. Yeah.
I like what they did there, but I don't think that. Hey, man, if he likes UCF, good for him.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry if I
National
came off a
champs,
little
man.
disrespectful
They're
there,
national champs, bro.
but they're an afterthought to me.
They're national champs, man. Put some respect on them.
Jacob Alessio. If y'all need an AMP song, AMP song, is how you say this? DMX, Stop Being Greedy.
Been living long enough now. Stop being greedy. Keep it real, partner. Get to the needy. Rips, touch it. Don't make me wait. Right up. I almost started cursing up here. Y'all gotta chill.
I was a little disrespectful to UCF there.
It was national champs, bro. Yeah, man.
Steeler Nation on fire. Joshua Dobbs needs to get QB1. He deserves it. Played better than every QB on the Browns.
No, I do think he played the best, but it's one of those things. Jacoby Brissett, he has been in these situations before, and for a 4-week span, he'll be straight. This is the 11 that makes it kind of dicey, but early on, he's gonna be straight. That's what Brissett does. It's just you can't keep him out there for too much longer than that. But yeah, I think he'll be straight to start it out. But I do want my man Dobbs out there by week 3 just for this Dobbs-Mason matchup that I'm getting. I'm calling. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm going to keep saying it until it happens or does not happen. But I'm getting Dobbs and Mason week 3.
Okay. Jake Malesio. What I said was Haskins and X died on the same day, but a year apart.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to his original comment.
Like, but you did get that part of the statement clean. You was just botching the first half of that statement, the "It's dark and hell is hot." You could not figure that out to save your life.
I didn't know that was the actual name of an album he did.
It's dark and hell is hot, and you got flesh on my flesh, blood on my blood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought that was the start of his comment, the start of him saying something. I didn't know it was an album, so that's why I was all confused. But it happens.
I'm just glad you knew who DMX was. You know, it's small victories.
Yeah, I like
small
DMX.
Victories, man. As long as you knew who he was, that's all I needed from you. You don't got to know the rest. I got you.
I got like probably 4, 5, 6, 7 of his songs I know.
Okay,
like
no doubt then.
At least,
no doubt.
All right,
that's my dude right there, man. Oh, and also before I forget, make sure y'all liking the vid. Like the stream. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. And I did notice this, Deke. There's a lot of y'all that are subscribed but don't have the notification bell turned on. Hit that notification bell so that way y'all not missing out. We get this happening a lot, right? They'll be like, yo, we're on the stream, and they'll say, man, I'm late. Oh, man, I just got on. Oh, man, I missed it. Oh, man, what was going on? Or we'll finish the chat. We'll finish the stream. And you know what happened about 30 minutes after we done is uploaded? I get these comments popping up, Deke. Dang, I missed it. Oh, man. You got to have the notification bell turned on, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you got that thing turned on. Also, merchandise, continues to drop. You definitely want to check it out. More updated stuff, man. It's a dope crop top up there, crop top hoodie for my ladies out there, because we know the ladies like that crop top. Show off a little bit of the skin and stuff like that, man. So definitely make sure y'all copping one of those, man. And let me think, what else? Also, new website coming soon, man.
Whoa.
Coming soon, absolutely, man. It's getting fine tuned. And it's going to be very interactive for the YouTube crowd as well, man, because we want to make sure that we highlighting you guys, because y'all always show us love as well. So we will have some areas dedicated to y'all on the website. So definitely stay tuned for that, man. Alrighty.
All right, Drew Miller, we got a couple more super chats here.
Let's get it.
Deke, what's your band name? Can we get a sound clip? I'm just staying low key for now. I'm getting more and more apt to potentially reveal the name.
Can we get like a 5-second, like just audio clip of what y'all have? I know you got something on your phone, right?
I got some stuff out there. I mean, on Instagram. You'd probably have to scroll through. The one time we were playing Ants Marching. I think I got one where we were playing Pearl Jam Alive, like whenever the guitar's ripping the solo. I don't have too many things out there.
What's it saved under? Like, what's the is under like the
I think it's on my Instagram.
No,
not the band's page.
What's the band's page?
We might need to get better on our online presence, actually.
Okay.
If that happens, then I feel like it'd be a no-brainer to let people know about that, right?
I'm just saying, I mean, like, we want to support you, man.
Thank you.
We're trying to get there for you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got some other stuff. I was talking about, I don't know how many people even in the chat remember this, but I had that July gig that I was doing aside from the band, just with one of my buddies.
Yeah.
I think I got some vids on that, too. We played that pretty good. It was pretty sweet. Like, we did a cover to Justin Bieber, Peaches. He's like ripping the guitar.
Yeah.
Dude, it was sick.
Okay,
We played it pretty good, man. We played it pretty good. It was a little 3-piece gig. But that's all the videos I got right now. But I have a couple on my Instagram if you want to check us out. We're pretty decent.
Okay.
I'd say so.
Okay.
Steel Nation on fire. Shout out to Michael Jackson, one of the greatest.
You better believe it. You do know who he is, right?
Yeah, people are saying they want to know. We're family.
Okay. Yeah, what's the name, bro?
I'll get there.
All right. Yeah, y'all can't pressure him. Y'all got to just let him do it on his own, all right? Yeah. And when he's ready, then he'll give himself to us. Why are you laughing? I said that. There's something I said.
No.
Wait, you like I phrased that or something bad day?
No.
Why, you good?
No, you get upset. Like, that's one aspect of my life. I could just kind of like keep low key. And
yeah, you don't want to share everything with us, huh?
Yeah,
so you'll share taco meat, but you won't share the band name. That's crazy, man.
But at the same time, I'm kind of with the people in the chat, and there's the other side of me. It's like, just
give it to
be
them.
open about it. Who
the
cares? Like,
want some,
yeah,
give
exactly.
them some. You gonna give them some?
Yeah, I'm sure everyone wants to support.
Give them something to support that, man. What's up?
Not yet.
You ain't feeling it right now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I appreciate the
You getting closer though?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a hard no. It's just like a.
Oh, it's definitely not hard no.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens,
right.
And I could see it happening down the line.
Fair enough then. Fair enough.
Drew Miller. I work NS nonstop. Is that what you're saying? Need some music to listen to.
Oh, facts, man. So shoot, let's see, man. What other? I'm trying to think of the albums just dropped out right now. Because obviously you still got
Morgan Wallen, country.
Yeah. I was about to say, because I'm
thinking
thinking
he's the best country artist right now.
I was like, the Beyonce that dropped a couple weeks ago as well, but that's kind of like on that Drake vibe. If you're not into that house music to that extent, you're not gonna be feeling it like that. So yeah,
some Tom Petty.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with a little Push T as well, man. I'm just throwing that out there, baby. All right, yeah. It's almost dry. Still in rotation.
Oh yeah. That
album.
I still haven't listened to that album, but
fire.
every time you're playing it down here, it is pretty sick.
Yeah. So without a doubt. All right. So man, now let's transition a little bit, man, because I think we are caught up on all supers, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. But yeah, we do want to address. We did have some new roster moves that took place in Pittsburgh. Just yesterday, past couple of days actually, man. But we kind of hinted about it when we were talking on Tuesday, just saying in the sense that, man, the way the roster was currently constructed, we're still going to have some potential movement just because certain players were on the active roster that were hurt that we knew logistically they were going to move to injured reserve, but they had to wait a certain amount of time. So the players that they have finally moved over to the injured reserve list are Calvin Austin and safety DeMonte Casey as well. After that, they brought back Marcus Allen to the active roster, along with offensive lineman Trent Scott as well, who obviously has been here throughout the offseason and stuff. Then we released Derek Tuska. We claimed Jameer Jones. He spent the block. Obviously, he was here with us last preseason and stuff, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, we released Derek Tuska, claimed Jameer Jones, who was on waivers from the Jacksonville Jaguars this preseason. And then after that, we went and tapped into that practice squad market as well, spinning the block on Mark Gilbert, who was here with us last offseason prior to the regular season, where the Detroit Lions claimed him. He played a couple of games for them. Actually, he had to play when we were playing him.
Regular season.
Yeah, in the regular season, he forced one of the fumbles that was out there and stuff like that. So we ended up bringing Mark Gilbert back to the practice squad. Obviously, he's a corner. We signed Justin Riggs to the practice squad as well. He was a tight end with the Cincinnati Bengals. And then we also brought in linebacker Chappelle Russell. He played with the Jacksonville Jaguars. All three of those guys will be joining the Steelers on the practice squad. So quick update on those dudes, I guess. If that's what you want, I'll give you that real quick. Let me take a little zip though. Trying to think, did I forget any name thus far? I feel like I dread like active guys we released, because we only released Tuska off of ours. We moved to the IR. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty good summer.
All right, so for Mark Gilbert, we're familiar with him, obviously. The nephew, nephew of Darrelle Revis. Obviously, he also has a uncle that played in the NFL as well. But with him, we're familiar with his dude, right? Tough, could tackle, smart player and stuff like that. Was good coming out of college. I mean, we liked him a lot.
I wanted to keep him.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to keep him last year. We thought that he did some positive things. It was just, I forgot what ended up happening logistically, why we moved on from him for Detroit to get him. I don't know.
I think we were trying to get him to the practice squad, but
in Detroit, they might have just claimed him.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it's just one of those scenarios too, how we cut Justin Lane this year.
Yeah.
We just had too many people.
Yeah.
In that secondary, too many people at that cornerback spot.
Yeah, but Mark is a good player. Him being on practice squad, I think is good, man. Just keeping him in that the lineup, in that the queue for, hey, if something goes wrong injury wise or performance related wise, you already have a guy that we're already familiar with,
and he played. He played,
and he was productive. He had productivity while he was out there, so. Definitely like that, man.
Man, even going back with him, remember whenever we signed him as an undrafted free agent last year?
We were excited about him.
Right,
he was one of our we thought he was one of our better free agent pickups.
He was supposed to be, had it not been for the injuries back in college,
he would have
probably
been
a second or third round
Absolutely.
pick.
The
he was that type of
prospect. Because we liked him and we liked Shakur Brown with Michigan State. We thought both of those dudes did certain things, man.
PFF ranked him as like the best slot corner or something.
Absolutely,
in college football, or like a top 3 and like a really high grade. We were like, dude, this dude should have won in the third round.
Yeah.
We picked him up for nothing.
Yeah. So that was definitely that dynamic. But Mark, it was more so health related for him down at Duke. When he was healthy, he looked like he would have been a top, first or second round pick potentially, man. But the injuries definitely did hurt him. But, him being back on the practice squad, I do like that. So that's a good move right there. Justin Rigg, to me, Justin is he's an athletic tight end, not overly athletic like a Pat Freiermuth, but I do think he'll be an upgrade in the sense of like where Kevin Rader was at, and like a Jace Sternberger where they were at. Like I think
no Sternberger anymore though. I thought he was doing some stuff. I thought he had a connection, especially with Pickett.
Bro, but did he have he wasn't a drop, but he had the one throw where they hit him. I want to say it hit him in his hand. Was that Mason that threw that? No, it wasn't Mason. It might have been Pickett that threw it in the last game. Yeah.
Pickett threw some dots and some receivers dropped.
That's what I'm saying. I want to say I thought he had one of those, man. I thought he did, but I could be wrong. But either way, man, Justin, like I said, decent size, good body type and stuff like that. Has the capability to block, can run some routes. Like I said, was in Cincinnati this preseason. I was watching him. He didn't play a ton for them. So even going back and watching their final preseason game, he didn't get in until late in that second half. He ends up catching a touchdown pass in there, a little out route down by the red zone. But just watching him more on tape, he did run some nice routes, stuff like that. But once again, man, just keeping him in, the practice squad vein, knowing that we also are young at that position. When you're talking Pat Frymouth being the most veteran guy in the tight end room, then you got Zach Gentry and another rookie and Connor Hayward. It's like, man, at least with this dude, you feel like, okay, if somebody goes down, somebody's not playing, all right, at least we got somebody who's at least been around. Not all around, but it's like, yo, he's still here. So you feel good with that. And then Chappelle Russell. Chappelle is interesting, man, because Chappelle is very athletic. He's an inside linebacker, lean body type, but cat quick. I definitely like the speed that he plays with. He had one start for the Jags last season at the end of the year. It was decent productivity. I thought as a whole, initial reaction to him, can cover, can go sideline to sideline, can blitz. I think he's better when the run is away from him. The way that he struggles is when the run is towards him and he has to take on that block. Bigger frame in terms of the height. He's a taller player than Devin, but he's thin. He's a lot thinner than Devin, but he's a sideline to sideline player. Like I said, man, if he's backside, he's chasing it down. If he has to play in coverage, play out in space, he could do that as well. But he definitely struggled to get off blocks. And it wasn't just offensive linemen. It was times where I saw tight ends were able to kind of like give him a little bit of fits. And I do like the fact that he had a plan in his method of defeating those blocks. I just didn't like said plan.
What was the plan?
It had a little bit of the retreating element in it. And it's cool in certain elements, but like for me, it's a pride thing. I'm only going to use that, let me retreat, give ground, and keep swinging my hands to get over, versus like offensive lineman. I'm not doing that versus tight end. I'm not doing that against a fullback. He was doing that against non-offensive lineman body types. And that's the part for me where I'm just like, that's a strength thing, So that's the part where I was a little bit hesitant. And that's why I say, like, for him, I think he's a lot better on the backside of stuff. Personally, almost like a 4-3 will linebacker. If you're running a 4-3 defense and he's the backside linebacker, he could just be the free runner. I think he'd be phenomenal in a defense like that. With us, it will. I just need to see if he's going to get that part better, because everything else athletically he's very gifted, but the taking on blockers, the point of attack stuff is where for him it's not as consistent as you would like it.
Okay.
Yeah, but still good though. Like I said, the athletic ability, I definitely like that.
With that, what do you do? Just get bigger?
Yeah. But like this, one route is getting bigger and stronger. The other route is just more fundamentally sound. And what I mean is this: the pad level. At times, because he is such an athlete, he doesn't always feel like he has to play sound, pad level, getting low, and then your shuffle. He'll be a little bit high because he's rangy. He can go. But when you're talking about being not the strongest or biggest puncher, it's kind of like being a big bench press guy. If you don't have that capability, it's like, okay, well, you need to be fundamentally sound. You need to be more low. So now you're coming out of your hips more. You know what I mean? You're coiling up when you're hitting these dudes and you're striking them versus just trying to play who's stronger up here. Because if you're not built for this, then you're going to struggle with that. You know what I mean? Where it's like everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. So for me, I'm fine here. My issue is the sideline to sideline. So I know for me, I got to do certain things to kind of cheat it. For a guy like him, it's the opposite. He's good here, but this is the part where he's going to struggle at. So that's the part where you could coach it up. You could definitely coach it up. And obviously he's coming here with Brian Flores. I mean, that's going to help him out a lot. Yeah, exactly. He also got some familiarity. Just being that you're coming from Jacksonville, coming to Pittsburgh. We got a dude by the name of Miles Jack who just came from Jacksonville to Pittsburgh. You got Jameer Jones who just came from Jacksonville coming up here to Pittsburgh. So you're going to have people that can help him be comfortable as well. But he'll be interesting, man. I do like Mark Robinson over him, though, if you were asking.
Oh, yeah.
If you were asking.
Yeah, there was no way we're putting
just
him
throwing
over
it
Mark
out
Robinson.
Just throwing it out there. Good player, but give me Mark.
How we feel about bringing back Jameer Jones? Waving Tuska?
I like it.
Now I feel bad. I think I miss Tuska now.
Well, put it like this, and let me tell you why I like it. Jameer.
I got what I wanted, but was it really what I wanted?
Well, because now you feel like you didn't cost, you didn't cost him a job, man.
Was it me?
Yeah, you was beating on the table.
Him too much
them
publicity.
dudes be watching it, man. You know they be tuning in, man. So you was banging on the table, and now they was like, all right, Tuska, you ready? Let's
Omar's watching us. He's like, Deke knows football. He doesn't like Tuska. We got to get him out of here.
Omar put on his black suit. He said, hey, Dad, we're going to go for a ride. Me, you, and the security guard, all right? Security guard driving. Derek went to get in the back seat. He said, no. You get in the front.
What does he do? Pull up our podcast on his iPhone?
Yeah,
What do you think of this?
He put him in the front.
Should I agree with what this guy said?
They started driving around the corner. He's just looking at it. He heard you say, "Yeah, man, I just can't with this Tusker. I just can't." He drove around the corner. We heard it loud. Next thing we know, only 2 people came back. There was no more Tusker. That's what we know. That's what happened, man. All because of you, Deke. and then as soon as it happened, this is what made me feel bad. We had an extra like on the video afterwards. I said, "Oh my gosh." I said, "Did he really just like the stream on top of that?" Golly, oh my, he just pop. As soon as it was over, man. So yeah, man, you should feel guilty. Yep.
I feel bad.
That's your second guy you didn't got up out of here. You know who the first one
Man.
You know who the first one is?
Man. You think that was me too?
I'm just saying, that was your guy.
Everyone
That
was seeing what I was seeing, though.
No, but that was your guy.
Everyone was seeing what I was seeing.
That was your guy. Cassius Marsh was your guy.
I think we're overblowing it.
Bro, we got to
I just said he didn't do too much on the football field. That's all I said.
It got to the point where we were talking about celebrity boxing matches. We say, yo, you and Cassius Marsh has to go in there and just see what's happening. Like, we need some understanding because it just seems like it's a little too much here. So, yeah, man. Yeah, maybe we need to turn this to a wrestling event. Make it a triple threat match. You, Tusker, and Cassius Marsh, all 3 of y'all in there together. May the best man win. Yeah.
Get the chairs like in WWE.
Yeah, man, hardcore that thing. They probably jump you low key. They be like, he's the one. He's the one with he always got this slick stuff talking to his mouth. He try to get him. He got both of us fired. That's what they're gonna say, man. Yeah, that's definitely gonna say, bro.
Nah, I don't want that smoke. I'm just calling it like I said. Marsh didn't do too much for us in the regular season or the preseason when he was with the Steelers.
And you're lucky the third guy's still around. Otherwise, you might have had another person on your list, partner.
Damn.
Yeah, because you was calling for him too,
I thought it was all support.
Talking about you was calling for him too, huh?
Who was it?
What'd you say? What'd you say now?
Who am I? Who are you talking about?
I ain't gonna. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I like your ball security though. Anywho, this is a good day, man. It's a good day.
With Jameer Jones, you're excited about it?
I am excited about him, man. The familiarity is there. Obviously, this is a dude that we liked him while he was here. Good length, good athletic ability. Has played in the league as well now that he's bounced around a little bit, man. What was we laughed? We said as soon as we released him or whatever, and the Rams claimed him, he ends up having like a nice play over there for those dudes, man.
I think it was the next week.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it was like
on
the
a punt block or
yeah,
some type of fumble recovery.
Yeah, but it was like the next week right after that, man. So it is actually cool, man, for him to be able to come back and kind of get a second chance at rewriting his time here, man. Yeah,
such a weird scenario with him because he absolutely killed it for us in preseason.
Yeah.
We felt, in a way, with him the same way we feel about Robinson. Not to the degree of Robinson, but just like he's earned a spot. He's come out of nowhere this preseason. He should be a depth guy at outside linebacker.
Yeah, we thought he outplayed
Roche because we actually
who was the draft pick.
Roche.
That's what it was. And we were like, man, Quincy's the draft pick, but Jameer definitely was the more productive player, the more consistent player. But we were trying to figure out how do y'all do that, you know what I mean, since one was the draft pick. But, yeah, I'm with you, man.
And then we cut him, was it after the Raiders game or the Bengals game? I can't remember. But he had to get some time because of the injuries.
Yes.
And then we just cut him.
Yep.
Like, as a rookie, just like that. He earned his spot during preseason. Cut him. Rams pick him up. He's making plays for them a little bit. Didn't play, like, too much or anything, but just for that special teams role. But then they cut him. With like 2 weeks left in the season, Jaguars pick him up, so he's not even able to get that Super Bowl ring. Yeah. Well, maybe he did.
He might have because he was up there roster. Yeah, he might have. But you also got to remember too, man, that roster in terms of the outside linebackers in LA, you're talking about Leonard Floyd and Von Miller. By the time the back half of the season then hit too, Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he learned some stuff. He could bring that over here.
I'm hoping so, man.
Then it's Jaguars and doesn't make their roster after this preseason, but he's back with us. My thing is, it's cool. I like the storylines. It's almost like us bringing back Skipper. There's a familiarity there. There's a little backstory. Nice, but between him and Tuska at this point, is there that big of a difference?
I don't think it's as big of a difference. I just am more of a fan of Jameer's rushing ability, and I don't think that it's that big of a difference between them dudes playing the run. So if I feel like Jameer can do some of the same things that Tuska was doing, but Jameer gives me a little bit more upside as a rusher, that's the part for me where I'm just like, okay, that just means he's a better version right now at this stage in his career. Not saying that Tuska isn't going to continue to grow and get better, but just at this stage, I do think Jameer is a little bit further along in that position. But I was still kind of surprised though that they did move on from Tuska, just because him on special teams, he still is a productive player, you know? Yeah. And he still had productivity there, or production there in the preseason
did see that
as well. So that was the part where I just thought, like, man, I didn't know that they would move on from him for Jameer in that vein. But if they feel like Jameer can get him a little more upside in that element as well, then that could very well be, part of that too.
Do we have anything else with movement? Marcus Allen, we knew that was happening.
Yeah, we still got some more practice squad spots available though. And that's the other part, because what we're sitting at, is that 11 now or 12?
I get check.
Yeah, because we already had the 8, and then we just added those four guys today. Yeah.
Let's see. Updating practice squad tracker. We have 12 of 16. 4 left.
So we got 4 more. Yeah, and it's pretty crazy too, man. You saw Josh Gordon just signed with the I think Titans practice squad.
Damn.
Yeah. I want to say it was Titans practice squad. Yeah.
I would have liked to brought him in.
You know what I mean? But that's the thing that's kind of crazy with how the practice squad stuff works. Yeah. But it's like, man, so with those 4 spots, it's still going to be movement. That's the big thing with this thing, man. Whether you're talking active roster or on the practice squad, man. Another name that had came up recently, because obviously we talk about linebackers on this show, but Blake Martinez, dude, just got released from the Giants, stuff like that. And it's just like, man, I see multiple avenues of like why and this player, that player, and stuff like that. But just quickly, briefly,
you thinking about him? Want to make the move?
Put it like this: if we were just talking player for player, healthy, yeah, I would take Blake Martinez over Devin Bush right now.
How about Spillane?
If he's healthy, yeah. But the difference is this: number one, he's not healthy. He's coming off of an ACL injury. He tore it last year. I think it was like early in the season.
Yeah, he only played 3 games.
Yeah, but he still tore the ACL. So we knew that was part of the reasoning for him in New York mutually parting ways. Not just the recovery from the knee, but also the contract. He was, I think it's the second year of was it 3 for $30 million, something like that?
He got one of the Schobert deals.
Yeah, he got a little deal on him. So that's the other part. But it's like, man, when Blake was healthy, Blake can definitely play ball. But when you're not healthy, or if you're playing behind dysfunctional teams, or just teams where it's a lot of moving pieces and stuff like that, yeah, you're not gonna look the best at times. That is very real. I mean, you heard what Vince Williams when he talked to us. What did he say? Yes, I could go and play at another team and get good money, but I'm gonna get my head beat in every day because I'm playing against dudes that suck. That's a real thing. And then it makes you look like you suck, because people look at you and be like, hey man, you playing over there, you don't look so hot. But it's like, man, no, he don't suck. You got him in a bad situation. You know what I mean? So, like, part of me is like, yeah, I do like him. But at this particular time, and with the money, it's like, nah, I don't think Blake coming off of an ACL, and he's still in the heart of recovering from that, is going to be an upgrade over what we currently have here, along with the money that you would have to pay him as well.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
He's been more productive throughout his career than any of the other guys outside of Miles Jack on the roster. But how much better is he than Devin Bush or Spillane right now? As you said, coming off this ACL, he's a name, but let's see what our guys got.
Yeah, I mean, we technically know what we have. We're just hoping for something different.
Right.
Yeah.
The talent shows out a little bit more for 5'5".
So
We've been seeing steadily improvement in the preseason.
That's the way to put it.
I'm not out on Bush yet, dude. I'm not out.
You're good, man.
I'm like 5% still in.
I'm happy for you.
Back.
I'm happy for you. You know this. I've seen you down the AB line, so hey, this is growth. It's all good, man. Yeah. AB had you in here with 2 black eyes. You had evidence. You walked in. He was there. He invited you and everything. And he was like, "Nah, he still love me." So I'm with it. This is steps in the right direction for you, baby. So it's all good.
Anything else with roster moves?
Man.
We hit the supers.
I think that's it for right now, man. Yeah, we just got to keep, like I said, we'll keep staying in tune, man, to see, first off, who we add to this practice squad for these last 4 spots, man. It would be kind of dope, though, to get a big name, dude. Like when we see like a Josh Gordon sign someplace, or like some of these other guys, it's like we don't really, like Carl Joseph was our version of that, I guess, a year and a half ago, but it's like, man, I want us another one.
Even Anthony Miller to a degree.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
Josh Gordon hopping around the NFL over these last 3 to 4 years has to be a testament to how hard it is to make it in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
because at this point,
mm-hmm.
it can't be because of his drug issues and stuff.
Nah, because you get multiple opportunities.
But
it's the talent.
He's extremely talented, and I don't think he's just slacking off. It's like I still view him as a wide receiver number 1. So it's just shocking to me that he's barely making these rosters, not really getting much playing time, is on the Titans practice squad. But I still view him as a top-tier talent.
Honestly, though, that is football. Like, the longer you're away from it, the harder it is to come back and be that same player. Now, you might still have flashes of it. And that's the thing. Like, we're not saying that Josh can't come out there and still give you flashes.
I still feel that way about Martavis.
Right. But it's the consistency part. And that was the big thing for Tay even when he went to Vegas/Oakland. Because I think he might have had one in Oakland and then was rested in Vegas. But even that same dynamic, the consistency just isn't there. And a part of it is when we talk about football shape, we talk about the repetition. It's not just running on cones. It's not just working out by yourself. Like, playing football is different. The different techniques. How does your body respond? How is your body recovering? All right, you might have had a great practice on Tuesday, but now I need you to come back and have it again on Wednesday. Then I need you to do it again on Thursday. Then I need you to come out here and we're going to do it on Friday. Then we're going to play in this game. Then I need you to come back and do it again. Like, at times, man, especially when you're getting older and you are further removed from that takes longer to happen as well. So now, I might look great on this day, but now 2 days down the line, I'm not looking like the same player because my body hasn't recovered the way that this young guy who just came out of college and has been a trained killer because he hasn't taken 2 years off. He hasn't, dealt with the injuries. He hasn't done all this other stuff. So it's like, man, so when you're trying to compete with that on a day-to-day basis, we're looking at him and saying, okay, I see the flashes. I see the name. I know the nostalgia from what you've done in the past. But as I'm watching you every day, it's not that anymore. When I'm watching it every day, it's one day it's like that, but then I got 2 days of it being down here. Whereas this guy over here who's younger, he's cheaper. I don't have any of the baggage as well. He's right in between you, but he's consistently there every day. Well, it's a no-brainer. Give me that guy that's right here in between because I'm hoping that I can develop him to get there. Whereas with you, I don't know if I'm going to get there again. Your best years literally might be behind you, man.
Yeah.
And that's another part of that problem, another part of that equation, man. So, like even like with Antonio Brown, he's going to be an interesting one to me. Now that we're seeing him sit out as long as it's been, if he gets another opportunity down the line, because when he got the opportunity in Tampa, it still wasn't as far removed.
And I think he was always still working and having football.
So it was like
in mind.
We saw him in Vegas, and it was like, all right, we knew the foot thing happened, but at least preseason-wise, we knew, okay, when they showed some of the clips in Hard Knocks, we were like, yo, he's still as AB. Then he goes to New England. As soon as he gets out there with Brady, he's cooking. It's like, yo, he looks good. So it was like, all right, it wasn't this year 1, year 2, year 3, and now we're trying to see can he come back. This will be his longest that he's been out. And you're right. How much is he still training right now, or is he focusing more on the music stuff? So whenever that opportunity does happen, if it does, who knows? But it's like, man, what is that even going to look like? Because like when you're talking about the NFL, man, you can't cheat the game. That's the one thing you can't do, man. You cannot cheat this thing. It will come back and it will tell you in a big way, whether it's you getting hurt or you just looking god awful out there. So that's the part where it's like, man, for him, and I don't know if he does have a desire to ever come back, but I just always feel like it is, though, right? But if that is the case, it's like, I want to see what that looks like in a sense, because I think that's going to be difficult. It's not going to be like how we remember it,
Going off what you're saying, too, I was reading, I can't remember if I was listening to an interview from Edelman or if I was reading it and seeing some of his quotes. Yeah. He basically said that's why he quit, because he was watching tape over like the last year or so, and he's like, this ain't me. Like,
bro,
what's
changes,
going on
bro.
here?
It changes. And like even... Because I know, I think of guys like T.O. and Ocho Cinco. Because obviously, like, when they kind of... I thought they still had more before they left / got pushed out. Some of it was deserved.
T.O. definitely did.
Almost
had 1,000 yards.
Yeah, like, both of them
38.
dudes, I think, left or were forced out a year or two prior. But even now, like, I see T.O. I think he ran, like, the 4.4 or whatever it was the other day. Like, and it's dope. But... it's a difference between just being fast and playing football at the NFL level, play in and play out. And that's the part where I don't think people really like understand that. Like when you're talking about the physical part of this game, like that adds up, And it's one of the, it's like so hard to explain it just with words without you actually being able to feel it.
So like the dude,
Yeah.
so like dudes like Jerry Rice,
Yeah.
those guys are like unicorns. Now
Yeah.
for quarterbacks, it's a little bit easier.
Like you're
it's
not
a little bit more
playing
understandable.
that long. Like your body just physically can't do that, you know. So
Charles
you're-
Woodson.
right? You're running, like that's fine, but you're not getting hit. You're not playing press coverage. You're not carrying pads. You're not getting your body up off the ground. Even on a play where you're not getting the ball, you're not getting target. You're still getting hit. Like that's some of the stuff, you know. And then we're also talking about if you're not the guy or if you're not the second guy. Well, now you got to go out there and play special teams. Them older dudes ain't trying to do that. Josh Gordon, he covering the kick. He ain't never covered no kick. He blocking somebody on punt return. He ain't blocked nobody before. So that's the other part. So it's like, man, if you're not doing this and this and this, well, just how we construct these rosters, and we talk about this, it's like, man, if you're not these top dudes, what are you? You're the special teamer. You know, you might get some snaps, but you got to contribute here because those guys aren't. So it's like, man, if you're Josh Gordon, if you're any of these older, like, big name dudes, but that aren't necessarily wide receiver 1 or RB1 or whatever number 1 at their spot, then it's like that's the other part for them. And I know from firsthand, the coach will tell you, man, look, you're too valuable to play on special teams, but you're not good enough to be the starter. So where do we fit you at? And that's the part where you're hoping, all right, with this contract looking like, what's the other guys in the room looking like? Let's see how we can make this thing work. But that's the position you fall into. Too good for special teams, too viable. I can't put you out there for that. Dudes getting hurt out there. Every play, somebody getting jacked up on special teams. It don't show up on tape, but trust me, somebody's getting jacked up on special teams. That's just the reality of it. So we're not putting you out there. But, hey, man, we can't start you because, you know, that's the guy we're going with.
Yeah.
For whatever reason it may be. Yeah.
Okay. Finish off with some of these
Let's
super
do
chats then.
it. Let's do it.
R Barley 18. Thanks, Deke. Marsh was awful. Now, Tuska, can we please go for D. Watt and Spillane now? Or is the power of Deke no match for the Watt name? That's pretty funny.
That's a good one. I like that.
That's a really good one. I don't want to go after Derek Watt because if him being on the roster keeps TJ happy, then I'm happy.
Then we need to keep TJ happy then, man.
Yeah, that's why
Let's
you're
keep
not
TJ
going
happy.
to hear me talking
Hold
that bad
on,
about Derek Watt.
no. That's the low-hanging fruit. I forgot. That's a lazy take, man. We can't just be saying that Derek is here because of the bloodline.
That's lazy?
Yeah, he's
I don't think it is.
No,
I think it's accurate.
he's very productive. He's been elite in Pittsburgh. That's what I've seen.
I think he's decent in special teams.
No, not decent. The words were elite. That was the words that were used. Elite in Pittsburgh.
I'd say you could use the adjectives decent, good, solid.
No.
Elite?
No, elite. I think there's a difference.
He needs to be out on the field more for elite,
Okay.
I think.
That's all I'm saying. I think there's a difference.
I think he's fine. He's fine
Yeah.
for our special teams whenever he's out there.
Yeah.
He makes plays. We see him make plays.
Yeah.
But elite,
Not in Pittsburgh. Like if you're talking career, sure, but not
as a special
we
teams,
haven't had
whenever
that
you're
here.
saying elite, I would be talking about Slater up in
Yeah.
New England or like how Killebrew did for us last year.
I think of how, like, to an extent, Tyler Matakavich was for us before he signed in Buffalo. I think of that. I think of Rosie Nix, how he played for us. These are Pro Bowls we're talking about as well, man. And Pro Bowls during those years. Like, if we're talking Derek in, was it, because he did get, I'm trying to think, he get a San Diego Charger. Was he only LA with the Chargers? But either way, when he was with the Chargers, yes, you could legit make those conversations, those arguments for him. But since he's been in Pittsburgh, that has not been the case.
I think a lot of it has
it's
been
availability though.
on the field. Yeah, you just got to be out there.
That's what we say. Like, yeah, you just got to be available, man. Yeah.
Next one we got, I think it's our Barley again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says, sign B. Huntley to the practice squad. Also, why are we so worried about special teams anymore?
Mhm.
6 guys around as special teamers. I get it, but the NFL will fade out kick and punt returns within 4 years at this rate.
Well, that's fine within 4 years, but the problem is this year we still have special teams. So that's ultimately the reason why that does matter. Yeah, like I said, in 4 years, man, if that is the case, cool. But we can't be saying, hey, man, we ain't worried about our special teams depth because in 4 years we ain't got to worry about it. And it costs us a game this year. Block punt, block field goal, miss field goal, you know, any of that type of stuff. We're going to be feeling that. So that is ultimately why it does matter now.
Steeler Nation on fire. He says, my Cavs traded for Donovan Mitchell.
You saw that, right?
Every good move.
They gave
Hashtag
like
finals contenders.
it was like 3 first-round picks.
Finals
It was like 3
contenders.
first-round picks, Colin Sexton, and 2 other players. Yeah. Mitchell in the East though.
They're gonna be in the playoffs. I don't know, finals contenders.
Nah, bro. The East got he got to run through Miami, Milwaukee,
KD's
Brooklyn. I was about to say Philly.
They're gonna be like a 5 or 6 seed.
That's
I'd
what I'm
say.
saying. Yeah.
They got a nice core around them, especially with Mobley now, and they're gonna have Garland there.
Yeah.
Who else am I missing? Jared Allen. He made an All-Star team. That's cool. I mean, you still gotta like Mitchell ain't on the level of someone like Giannis or KD.
Yeah. And like when
And
I
then
think
Boston,
of, like,
I think Boston as a team is just straight up better than
it's a
Cavs.
better version. Yeah. Shoot, even Toronto's gonna be tough. That's like I don't know, man. Like Mitchell is nice though. Without a doubt, he's nice.
That might be a good move for them to just get over the hump now and get into like playoff contention for the next, 3-4 years.
Though, they made the postseason this past year. That's when
Did they? I can't
Brooklyn,
remember. Were they in the playoff playing
I think
game?
they had a little playing with because they're playing. Was they playing against Brooklyn?
Well, if they did, Brooklyn advanced because they played the
obviously,
Celtics in round one.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like that was probably
don't leave my Bulls out the convo. I hear you, Mr. Pitt Steelers for life.
No, I think that's the Cavs' trajectory right now.
The Bulls.
The Bulls,
Yeah.
Right? Like a Bulls team.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the mix.
You'll be in the
fun.
conversation. You'll have some runs where it's like, oh man, they're
not
hot
making the
right now.
finals.
Yeah. No one looks at the Bulls and they're like, oh yeah, man, we're scared of them. That's the team right now.
Sorry,
man.
yeah. The Bulls, honestly, last year might have been their best year with this core.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about the Cavs. I feel like it's a good move just because like you're just trying to upgrade, and trying to get yourself in that playoff contention. Because now maybe, you get your name in that mix. Could you trade for another person?
Well, because that's
you start recruiting
well, you think
players
about how Kawhi
when you
ended
get
up in
Donovan Mitchell
Toronto.
in the house.
That's kind of the Kawhi to Toronto situation. It's like, man, they were constantly in the conversation. Good team, build it up, and then it was like, all right, we had enough to land one of them dudes. Yeah, or even how D Wade was essentially in Miami after Shaq had left. It was like, yo, he still had enough down there that it's like, all right, Bosh and LeBron to join him. Yeah, so we'll see, man. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell though, man.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the trade again because there were a lot of picks they gave up too.
Once it was like 3 first-round picks, man.
I guess that's what players are going for, man. I mean, Rudy Gobert went for what 4 first-rounders?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can only imagine
But
what
that's Spider
KD
Mitchell,
would have
though,
went
bro.
for if he actually did get traded.
5.
Right? I mean, he
right?
should have. I just
5?
wonder what the perception is with you getting KD, who's in the league 16 years.
It's KD though.
Like I feel like a Celtics trade of like Tatum for KD would have been just fair, straight up, or even like Jaylen Brown and a couple picks or something.
See, I would do Jalen in a couple of picks. Man. But if I'm Boston, I don't know how I feel about just no, not Boston. Either way. I don't like that straight up. The KD for Tatum. I don't like it either way. If I'm Brooklyn, I'm like, bro, I'm losing the better player for Tatum. Even though I'm getting younger, KD's the better player. And if I'm Boston, I'm like, dang, this is a heck of a deal that I'm getting KD, but how much longer am I going to have him? Because I'm losing this young guy who could be the face of my franchise for how many more years to come, Yeah,
that's why I wonder if KD's trade value isn't as high as we think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if KD be going for like 4 first-round picks and a like a all-star type of player.
But he instantly makes you a contender. That's the other part too.
I know. That's what I mean. If I'm Boston, I think they really should have tried to make that happen. Jaylen Brown, I know giving up Marcus Smart, I think that was the deal breaker that Brooklyn wanted it, but Boston was like, no, we're not giving up Marcus Smart. We'll give you this player, that player, and some picks or whatnot.
Yeah.
Boston maybe should have tried a little bit harder because I think if they got KD on that team, it's just different, dude. Like, we saw how Boston interacted in the finals last year.
Yeah.
And they're missing that guy. And
we know what
KD's about.
Yeah.
All right. We got...
I think it's the last one.
Yeah.
I think,
Daryl Murray.
Let's get it, Daryl.
Get Manscaped. That way you can keep your sausage pizza presentable.
That's the combination right there. See, we got our pizza analogy in here.
I was gonna say
he basically just
just went full circle with it.
It is. I like that. And don't forget, man, promo code is Moats, get you 20% off and your free shipping worldwide. I like it, man. So,
is that all we got?
Solid day today, man.
Really was.
Heck yeah. So with that being said, man, holiday weekend, y'all stay safe out there. All right. Have a plan if you are going to be celebrating or hydrating with the adult beverages. Make sure your champ station is take care of, all right? And yeah, man, we will see you guys next week because there's a holiday on Monday, so we got to look at the schedule. But either way, we'll holler at y'all next week, man, because, we won't work holidays, baby. We won't do that.
Right.
We won't do that. That's the rules.
I might be up in my camp.
You know what I'm saying, man? I might be in somebody's camp. I don't know where, but I'm gonna be pulling up somewhere. It's the holiday, baby. But either way, man, saluting each and every one of y'all. And once again, if you don't know, make sure you check out ESPN Plus Saturday night, JMU Dukes.
Oh, it's a night game.
Yeah,
prime time.
Come on now.
I thought it was like a 4 o'clock game.
Don't you play us like that? Don't you do that now?
I didn't know.
Don't you try us
4
like
o'clock's
that.
not a bad time.
It's cool on a Sunday, but not on a Saturday, bro. We need that 6. We need the light. We need night lights. All right, the lights will be on, but yours truly will be on the call, man. So make sure you're tuning in for that if you got time. But either way, I appreciate you, and until next time, baby.
Peace.